my computer. This is my personal device. Why on earth do you think I'd want to be logged out of it? I don't want to get logged out of any website on my own computer. That's a security thing. Who am I securing against? I am me. I'm him. Oh, we logged you out of this website for security. What? Who? You know, my whole computer has a password. My whole computer has a password. That's the security. If brother gets that far, and I didn't mean to use brother like that. You know what I mean. If the homie, if the perpetrator gets as far as to figure out my password and get on my computer, hats off. You get to go on to any website you want. Hey, do not log me out of anything. I'm not doing no two-factor authentication. Stop logging me out of stuff. It's X, too. X logs me out once a week. If X logs me out today, and if we go on X and I'm logged out of it, I'm going to actually go to the store, buy as much acetaminophen as possible, and make a homemade bomb. I think that's what you use. No. Derpy, what up, dude? Derpy hopped in on the YouTube and just heard me ranting. The Jets fired half of their coaches on Friday, okay? They fired 7 assistant coaches, and then just today or yesterday night, they fired their offensive coordinator yesterday as well. Dude, you know how deep we are into the coaching search? This started a month ago. The coaching search stuff started a month ago. How long ago was John Harbaugh fired or hired? 2 weeks ago? The Jets decided yesterday, basically, oh, we're done with it. Like, we're done with this offensive coordinator. Also, last week, let's fire 7 coaches. They fired their defensive coordinator with 3 games left in the season. So they've lost their OC, their DC, and 7 coaches. So they fired 9 people. And Aaron Glenn is pretty much the last man standing for the New York Jets. What? How on earth do you do that? As a competent human, if I had a staff of 20 people and 10 of them stunk and 5 of them were okay and 5 were good, I'm not going to fire the 10 bad ones and then only have a team of 10, because most likely I need 20 people. You fire 2 and then you bring 2 on, and then you fire 1 more, and then you what these Jets have done is the most incompetent thing I've seen in professional sports in a long, long time. How on earth do you get rid of half of your coaching staff? More than half your coaching staff. And how do you wait a month to do it when all of the good OCs are already gone? Not even saying there was an OC that was wanting to play for you guys or wanting to coach you guys, because the one you had last year, Tanner or whatever, was not bad. He was good. I saw they had a top 5 open receiver rate, which that stat stinks. If you're talking to me about open receiver rate, you got a bigger problem. You have a bigger fish to fry. Open receiver rate. But he had a top 5 open receiver rate, meaning essentially the plays he was calling were good plays. But they were 29th in the league in completion percentage because OMG, Justin Fields and all Ohio State quarterbacks just seem to stink, including Will Howard. There's Mike McCarthy yesterday in his press conference mentioned Will Howard. Brother, go ahead. Have Will Howard start a game. See how that goes. Because that would be hilarious. It'd just be fun to see. Right, Cowboy, you're right. By doing this move so late, the Jets are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel of available head coaching candidates. Not even head coaching candidates. Sorry. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel of any available coach. Whether it be an assistant, whether it be an OC or a DC. Like, I know they hired a defensive coordinator today. That's all I know. But they're still missing an offensive coordinator and then 7 assistants. You have shot yourself in the foot for next year already. If the goal was to tank, Why not just keep the same staff, dude? This is like a new level of tanking. I at this point right now, the season hasn't even started. We haven't even done an offseason. We don't even know who they're going to draft or who's going to play for that team next year. I am going to say right now, the Jets not winning more than 2 games next year. You heard it here first. The Jets not winning more than 2 games next year. They might not win a game. And I'm going to feel bad for Aaron Glenn. Because I don't feel like Aaron Glenn is a bad dude. I don't think he's a bad dude. The Jets are hiring Dolphins pass game coordinator Brian Duker as their defensive coordinator. I don't remember watching the Dolphins last year and thinking, hey man, this pass defense is really, really good. They just went and got who was available. They went and literally got who they could. It makes me mad, not because, I used to think the Jets thing was really, really funny, to be completely honest with you. I used to think it was hilarious what the Jets are doing. But this one just makes me angry, dude. It makes me angry for, obviously, the fans of the team. But even the fans of the team, I'm like, brother, you need to figure it out. If you are a fan of the Jets and you raise your child to be a Jets fan, you're a bad parent. You're a really, really bad parent. And CPS? And CPS should be knocking on your door anytime soon because that's naughty. That's some naughty, naughty work. That is setting your kid up for failure, brother. And years of depression. If I was a Jets fan and I had a kid, and he's like, Dad, what team do I root for? I said, you're going to root for the Chargers, the best team in the world. You'll root for the Chargers. Chargers are a perfect team to root for just because they have a perfect amount of sadness and like depression and like haven't really done anything, but are on the up and up. You know what I mean? So when in 10 years when people are like, bro, you're a Chargers fan? And I'm like, yeah, bro, I've been a Chargers fan since the Phillip Rivers days. They're going to be like, okay, you're a real one. It's like the Patriot fans say, they're like, I've been a fan since Drew Bledsoe. Oh, you mean the number 1 overall pick, Drew Bledsoe? Huh, interesting. They always choose Drew Bledsoe as like, I've been a fan since him. Yeah, that's when the team started to get good, idiot. Gosh, Patriot fans are deplorable. I am just fed up with them. It's the luckiest run of all, whatever. Menberry Crunch, electric. Broncos fan since Jake Plummer. The Kyle Morton days. Wow. The Tebow days. I became a Broncos fan when Tim Tebow was the quarterback. Yeah, Kyle Orton. Brother, electric. Yeah, who was the first quarterback you rooted for? First quarterback you rooted for. Mine was USC. Mine was Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart was the first quarterback I rooted for. And then since Reggie Bush okay, here's a little bit of Vini lore. I became an NFL fan once Reggie Bush went to the league. He got drafted by the Saints. So I was first and foremost a Saints fan. The first NFL jersey I ever had was Reggie Bush, 25 Saints. I played as them in Madden 07. Like, the Saints were my team. That was my squad. My very, very, very first team was the Saints. So then I rooted for Drew Brees. And then I don't like how they treated Reggie, so I stopped being a fan of them. And then my dad was a Broncos fan, so started rooting for the Broncos a little bit, and then came to my senses and became a Bolts fan, like I rightfully should have from the jump. But I've always been a diehard USC fan. But the first quarterback I rooted for was Matt Leinart. I'm intrigued to figure out who the first quarterback you guys rooted for is. The only team that I feel like is competing with what the Jets are doing are the Browns, dude. The Browns hired Todd Monken as their head coach, who was the offensive coordinator in Baltimore. And I don't remember watching Baltimore thinking this offense rocks, dude. If anything, I remember watching Baltimore and saying, brother, this offense stinks. And the Browns were like, that's our guy. Get him. Get him. Don't let him get back on the plane. The whole Jim Schwartz thing, too, is Jim Schwartz is the defensive coordinator for the Browns, former head coach of the Lions, I believe, before Danny C. Maybe a little bit before Danny C. He would hate being called Danny C. If I went up to Dan Campbell and I was like, brother, what up? I said, what up, Danny C? If I said, hey, Danny. Or if I said it like this, hey, Danny. Oh, my. He'd be so mad. He'd go, what did you call me? Why does he have acne? Why does Dan Campbell have acne? Is he on gear? What's wrong with Dan Campbell? Seriously, because there is a problem with Dan Campbell. From his physical appearance, I could tell there's something wrong with him. The way he talks, the way he hunches over, there's a lot of things wrong with Dan Campbell. It could just be CTE. It could just be a lot of that. It could just be the fact that he has like 19 shots of espresso before every single game. Yeah, Mint Barry, he is. Unruly years is Tom Brady. I know. Milwaukee just said to ESPN that the Warriors have the most attractive package. That's pause, brother. First of all, pause. The Giannis thing is incredibly interesting. We'll get to Giannis in just a moment. Giannis is gone. Giannis is gone. He finally said today, basically, or him and the Bucks discussed today that like it is now the time for Giannis to be done with this team. He's essentially preparing to not be on the Bucks anymore come trade deadline time. So it's pretty much inevitable at this point that that Giannis is gone. Which is something like we talked about one of the first shows of TBWZ. We were talking about Giannis. And here we are. Like, it's real. It's actually happening. Giannis is leaving the Bucks. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I just want to wrap this up real quick about the Jets before I move on. I feel bad for the players in New York more than anything else. These guys are out there risking life and limb to play for an organization that doesn't care about winning. These players, typically their entire careers have been winners. Usually if you're an NFL athlete, you were probably pretty good enough in youth football to like lead the team to some wins. You were definitely good enough in high school to lead the team to victory. And you probably played at a good school. And you probably won games at school. You played in bowl games. You did fun stuff. Like, you're probably used to winning. Coming from a lifetime of success to then go into the New York Jets, what it does to someone's psyche, brother. Look at what happened to Sam Darnold. And that was like a bad Jets team too. And he somehow led them to multiple wins. I feel bad for the Jets players, dude. I feel bad for the Jets players, but there's something fundamentally wrong with that organization. I don't know if they're cursed. I don't know if he made a bad deal one day. I do not know. He's probably on the Epstein list, the owner of the Jets. He's probably on the Epstein list. That's probably what it is. But I feel horrible for the Jets because what they're doing is completely mismanaging an entire franchise that millions and millions of people around the world have called home. That's their team that they live and they die for. And Woody Johnson is just completely giving these fans the finger. He's giving the fans the finger and saying, I don't care about winning. I don't care what you think. We're going to just go out and lose. That is what we're going to do this year is just lose. I feel bad for the players. I feel bad for the fans. I feel bad for the Jets. But let's talk about Giannis. Realistically, with Giannis, there's only gosh dang it. Realistically, with Giannis, when I was doing my research this morning on it, there's not a whole lot of teams. I wrote all this down. Yeah, I did. There's not a whole lot of teams that can really package something together to go and get Giannis. There's not. The teams that really can, like Detroit has incredible pieces to make the move happen. They can package Tobias Harris to nuke the contract and neutralize the contract. And they have really, really, really solid young talent. Ron Holland, possibly Asar Thompson, and they've got a bunch of picks. Jaden Ivey. They have all of the pieces, I think, to make this trade happen with the Bucks. So Detroit is one. OKC obviously has every pick in the universe and a ton of young talent. They would have to get rid of Hartenstein and Caruso most likely to get the contracts to work out. But Milwaukee has said what they're looking for with any sort of Giannis trade is picks and young players. There's no way Jaren Duren, there's no way, Oreo, that they would trade Jaren Duren. And OKC would never as well. So Detroit and OKC can do it. There's no way either of them do it. The other teams, the Heat could quite possibly do it if the league allows them to trade the Terry Rozier contract, which, if you remember, Terry Rozier is basically in prison for fixing games. Not fixing games, but you know what I mean. Gambling. which I don't think the league is going to be able to do or willing to do that. They're going to have to make a package with Tyler Hero then and get Tyler Hero out of there and probably Kel'el Ware. And I don't know if the Heat, Pat Riley and the Heat, bro, they're so obsessed with their draft picks. They're not the future ones. They're so obsessed with just the guys that they have. They think Kel'el Ware is like the best player ever. And 2 years ago, it was Jaime Jaquez. And last year it was Jovic. Like every single year they have a new guy where like, this is the guy. This is the guy. This is the future. Bro, remember when it was Gabe Vincent? Remember when it was Max Strus? The whole time throughout, it's always been Bam Adebayo. They also had Duncan Robinson, who they finally let go, who's now a Piston and might win the NBA Finals. And then Tyler Hero. Like, when I look at the Heat, I'm like, bro, they do draft very, very, very well. That team is a play-in team or a potential, like, 6th seed without any other players. There's no other team in the league that's completely drafted a roster good enough to play. There's no other team that's drafted a roster good enough to make serious noise in the playoffs. Don't talk to me about OKC. Don't talk to me about OKC. That team is nothing without Shea and Caruso and Hartenstein. Specifically Caruso and Shea. Detroit is probably the other one that's very good, but Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson add a lot to that team. Tobias, especially last night, what a game he had. Spurs. I don't think that team is the same without De'Aaron Fox. Personally. De'Aaron Fox changed that team in a huge way. I know Champagne's good. I know Castle's good. I know Wemby, obviously, they drafted. But I think that team is heavily reliant on De'Aaron Fox. Did they draft Jakob Poeltl? Not that he matters that much, but I do hear you and I acknowledge what you're saying. But the Miami Heat are so obsessed with their own players. Like, they've been able to move Bam for the past 3 years now. And there was a shot where they could have gotten Dame Lillard before he went to the Bucks. There was a shot they could have gotten Kevin Durant when he was leaving the Brooklyn, right? And when he was leaving the Suns. There have been these mega free agents that the Heat have not bit on because they don't want to get rid of their guys. Because they think that Kel'el Ware is the future. Wemby, Vassell, Sochan, Castle, Harper, all drafted by the team. Yeah, I'm totally with you, but that team is not the same without Harrison Barnes, even Keldon Johnson, and De'Aaron Fox. Did they not draft Keldon? Who drafted Keldon Johnson? Who drafted Keldon Johnson? Keldon Johnson's. He was drafted by the Spurs. Oh, you guys did draft Keldon Johnson. New York has been teased with... What do you mean by teased? Yeah, he was drafted by the Spurs. Keldon Johnson was. Johnson grew up in Chesterfield, Virginia, a suburb of Richmond, and grew up in rural Virginia community of South Hill. The son of a truck driver and nurse, he grew up with 3 siblings, often called a country boy. He enjoyed fishing and hunting growing up. He's a good old country boy. He is. Johnson majored in exploratory studies and agriculture during his college time. That means he didn't go to class. He enjoys fishing, hunting, and the outdoors. Since 21, Johnson has lived in a ranch home outside of San Antonio in the Texas Hill Country. An animal lover, he has numerous goats, chickens, dogs, mini cows, and horses. He maintains a collection of cowboy hats and boots. Johnson's brother Caleb also played college basketball for Georgetown and was drafted 34th overall by the Austin Spurs in the G League draft. Caleb plays for the Valley Suns following a trade of the Austin Spurs. He's a good country boy. Like they keep saying, oh, LeBron to New York and young. Oh, yeah. He's a good old country boy. Keldon Johnson is. Absolutely love that. On July 16th, Johnson and center JaVale McGee were named to the Olympic roster in place of the injured Kevin Love and Bradley Beal, who kept him from Keldon Johnson made an Olympic team? Wait. Then added to the men's national team on July 10th, training with the 2020 U.S. Olympic team. On July 16th, JaVale McGee was on the... There's no shot. JaVale McGee did not play on the Olympic team in 2020. Bam, Devin Booker, KD, Jeremy Grant, Draymond Drew, Keldon Johnson, Zach LaVine, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum. Where's LeBron? Where's Steph? Johnson was supposed to be the answer. In earlier candidates, LeBron withdrew. Marcus Smart got injured. Klay Thompson got injured. LaMarcus Aldridge retired. The fact that he was even considered as later. Victor Oladipo on the Heat in 2021. Throwback. Was Victor Oladipo on that bubble Heat team? Was Victor Oladipo on that bubble Heat team? I think he might have been. AD was injured. Jimmy Buckets, Steph, and LeBron withdrew. Donovan Mitchell was injured. Chris Paul withdrew. Kyrie was injured. Kyle Lowry was considered and withdrew. And James Harden was injured. Wow. Bradley Beal got COVID and Kevin Love got injured. That's why, that's crazy. We played Nigeria. The United States lost to Nigeria. I'm so sorry. What? In their first game, the U.S. was upset 90-87 by Nigeria, the first win by an African team over the American men's team. Nigerians played a more cohesive unit. After about 3 weeks of training, in their last two meetings, the Team USA had beaten them by 83 points and 44 points. Brother. And then they lost to Australia. Oh, is this year we lost to France? No, we beat France. I was going to say we won the gold this year. Losing the first game to Nigeria and then winning gold is hilarious. Huh. But the Heat are one of those teams. If the Heat are willing to move on from Kel'el Ware or their who else? Jovic or Jaime Jaquez. If they're willing to move on from one of those guys that they just absolutely love and they think are the best players in the universe, sure, they can make a play for Giannis. That's possible. And if the Rozier trade can happen. Right now, the Warriors, Pat Riley's way too stubborn. I'm with you. Right now, the Warriors seem to be, the Jovic contract is, I didn't know they signed him to anything. I thought it was his second season. Second or third season. The Lakers are actively targeting the following players right now. Najee Marshall, DeAndre Hunter, Dante DiVincenzo, Keon Ellis, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. If we got Herb Jones or Trey Murphy, that'd be so sick. Herb Jones would be perfect for the Lakers. I mean, all these guys would be good for the Lakers. Dante DiVincenzo would be so sick. This is not happening. Man, this would be crazy. There's no way this happens. In order for the Lakers to get Giannis, I mean, they have to move. There's no shot. What? We got something? Breaking news? We're on Giannis Watch all day. We're on Giannis Watch all day because it's going down tonight. It's going down for real.
in the same uni. What do you think about this possibility?
I think this is his last game in Cleveland. I just don't see a world. He's proven me wrong time and time again, but I just don't see a world where he plays another year. I mean, he looks great. He's playing great.
Such a lie. LeBron's 100% playing next year. The Spurs are not interested in Giannis Antetokounmpo per McMahon. I've been told, folks, with the Spurs that we're not a home for Giannis. Yeah, there's no shot. The Spurs are one team, and sorry, Oreo, but they're one team that doesn't need Giannis. What are we doing? Where's Houston Rockets center Steven Adams has undergone season-ending knee surgery? That stinks, dude. Steven Adams was so good for the Rockets. Man, they're losing Steven Adams and they lost Fred VanVleet earlier in the season. That really stinks for them. Where are you seeing this, Oreo? The Lakers, the Cavaliers, and LeBron's most dominant season ever. Shut up. Oh, you got a notey? All right. Well, another team that can make a serious move for Giannis would be the Warriors. I honestly, when I think about the Warriors and I think about what they have a lot that they could give. You have to move Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler just tore his ACL, so you're not even getting a player for this season. So you'd have to move on from Jimmy Butler if you're the Warriors, and you'd have to give up Kuminga and probably Podziemski, something like that. The one player that, obviously, like, in my head, you get rid of Draymond Green, but does Indiana have the pieces? There's no way they get rid of Draymond Green. There's no way they do that to Draymond. I just don't see that being a possibility. They're going to have to move on from Jimmy Butler to make the contracts work out, and they're going to have to give him a young player. They're going to probably have to give up Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. They give those two, and then they can give they can give four. They can basically give up 4 first-round picks every other season, basically until 2032. They could do 26, 28, 30, and 32 first-round picks. It'll be 4 first-round picks, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski for Giannis is like the trade that I'm seeing most likely from the Warriors. So that would put their starting 5 as what? As obviously Steph at the 1. Jimmy's hurt. Who's been playing the 2? Buddy Hield? See, it's tough, dude. It's probably going to be Buddy Hield or Moses Moody. Probably Moses Moody or DeAnthony Melton. Steph and Draymond, Moses Moody, maybe, probably, bro. It would be tough, dude. Obviously, Giannis you throw in there, and then at center, Al Horford. It's crazy. That's crazy. Giannis would play the 5. Gary Payton Jr. is still there. He would get some more playing time, but he doesn't play a whole lot. He averages 12 minutes a game. Pat Spencer plays more. Like, look at this, Oreo. I don't know if you got rid of, obviously they don't have Jimmy Butler right now, but if you got rid of Podziemski and Kuminga, I'm sorting by minutes. These are their minutes, guys. So obviously Draymond starts. Moses Moody would get the start. It'd be Steph, Draymond, Moses, DeAnthony Melton, and Giannis. That team isn't very good. That team is not very good. I'll tell you that right now, straight up. I'll tell you that right now, straight up. Who would the Wolves be trading? It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Rudy. Rudy's on a train to nowhere. The Timberwolves are expected to make a call on Giannis Antetokounmpo per John Kranvran. Anytime a player like Giannis becomes available, you have to put Timberwolves president of basketball operation Tim Connolly name in for a trade. He's been one of the most aggressive front office leaders since he took the job in Minnesota. He has swung big deals for Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo. That was the same deal. Nice try. And his swap of D'Angelo Russell for Mike Conley and Nickeil Alexander-Walker helped catapult the Wolves into contender status. Does he have the ammunition to get a deal done? We will see, but I definitely expect him to be inquiring. Too much ice stuff on this when I search Timberwolves. Oreo, you can help me out with this one too. Who are they moving on from? You said Rudy would make the contracts work, okay? They cannot give up any of these four guys, I think. They cannot give up any of these four guys. Losing Nickeil Alexander-Walker has already hurt them enough. I don't think you can afford to lose a shooter like DiVincenzo or, Jaden McDaniels. What he does for that offense is legit. The thing about the Wolves is they're incredibly top-heavy. They play basically... They pretty much rotate 7, and they have like 8-ish to get in there. Conley, Dillingham, and Picks. Rob Dillingham would be nice. They don't want Mike Conley, though. They want young players with potential. Bones Highland is not necessarily that guy. 25 is nice. But Bones Highland, I don't think has made enough of a leap for the Bucks to really want him. They're going to have to give up DiVincenzo or probably Jaden McDaniels, in my opinion. If they got Jaden McDaniels, it'd be huge. Originally drafted by the Lakers. Just remember, originally drafted by the Lakers. You know who else was originally drafted by the Lakers? Ivanka Zubac. We traded him for Mike Miller. Nice. Really, really good. Ivanka Zubac. I think it'd have to be like Rudy and DiVincenzo for Giannis, but then you're running a team full of forwards. There's just not really a player on this team that's like young enough and good enough that I think the Wolves I think that the Bucks would like want to jump on. All of their players are 25. The reason they don't have anyone young is because they haven't had first round picks, dude. I mean, Johnny Juzang is a rookie, right? But it's his third season. Never mind. He was on that good UCLA team that made a run. This is their youngest kid, Leonard Miller, and he's not good. He's constantly putting up zeros. Maybe they see something in him. I mean, what? He's 6'10", decent shooter. Never mind. He doesn't even take a 3-point. Yeah, I don't see the Timberwolves being true like Giannis contenders in my opinion. The Rockets, it's hard. The Mavs, it's really hard. Pick we got was Carter Bryant. Rob Dillingham was supposed to be a Spurs draft night trade. Pick we got was Carter Bryant. I think you'd much rather have Robbie, huh? The Knicks is a very interesting one. Let's do the Knicks. And we should do Oreo, you and I should do a trade. Let's just do this, dude. Trade machine. We're going to do Knicks. What am I doing? I'm being such an idiot. New York and Milwaukee. They'd have to give up Cat. So that makes the contracts work perfectly, exactly, okay? The thing about the Knicks is they don't have picks to give. They really do not have a pick to give because they gave up all of their picks for Miles Bridges or Mikal Bridges or Miles Bridges or Mikal. Why is this not letting me add picks? So even if people are saying they'd throw in OG Anunoby, so you have Cat and OG Anunoby, but in order to make that work, they're going to have to give up Kyle Kuzma or Miles Turner or package Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma. Like this Cat and Kolek and add a third team to give picks and send someone else from the Bucks like Jackson. It'd be really hard for the Knicks to get it done is all I'm saying. And we can just see it right here. Like, if they're trading Giannis, they want to get picks back. How the heck do I add picks? Let's see if someone on Twitter has already done it. No, there's no way. I don't think it happens. Here's the one part that you could be happy about. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson share a kiss after his win against the Knicks. This is probably my favorite celebrity couple of all time, is Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. There is not a better celebrity couple in the world than Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. It's so random. It doesn't make much sense. But when you really, really think about it and you dig deep and you believe in those two individuals, you're like, it absolutely does make sense. It makes perfect sense that Klay Thompson is all up in Megan Thee Stallion, and she's all about it. I mean, he's a three-point shooting dog. Herbert and Madison Beer are decent, but no, they're okay, but they're just too white. You know what I mean? Cardi B and Stephon Diggs is good, but Stephon Diggs is a predator. And Cardi B is probably complicit in his predatory behaviors. Isn't there's one out there that I can't remember. Diggs is a creep. Very, very, very true. It's time to go live on TikTok. So I'm doing something new today where I am putting tweets up on the TikTok. But before that, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel of topics and get to something juicy. Also, if anybody wants to call into the show, the number's at the bottom of the screen. It's 213-352-5216. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Well, perfect timing. We just talked for like 20 minutes about Giannis. So that is perfect timing. Consider that the Giannis talk. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, playa? You know what I feel? Let me just cook it up into one cohesive, concise clip for the people. For the people of the internet.com. Giannis getting traded would be bigger than the Luka Doncic trade. I think Giannis getting traded would be bigger than the Luka trade. Just because of, I think Giannis is good enough to like literally take a team on his own. Not saying, and I am saying Luka's not. Luka's not because Luka doesn't play defense. Giannis is one of the top defenders in the league and one of the top offensive weapons. At the end of the day, I know he won one for Milwaukee, and I'm talking about this as if he's already gone, but he's pretty much gone. He already won one for Milwaukee, so you could say, like, it was a success. Yeah, he won a championship. Successful. No, not to me. Not with Giannis. Not when you have that dude. When you have that, his name is the Greek Freak. His name is the Freak, dude. When you have that guy and you only win one championship, I don't think that's enough. Plus, they won it in the year that was post-bubble, which for me, that's the true bubble championship. If you remember, they started that season late. It was and they started it like, no, I'm sorry. I think they started it right on time. There was only like a 2-month rest period from the bubble to the start of that season. And if you recall, that was Suns and Bucks. Neither of those teams made it deep into the bubble. All of the good teams that made it deep in the bubble didn't make it past like the first round of the playoffs. That year was a fluke year, and that's the year that they won it against the Suns, okay? I 100% believe that Milwaukee tried their absolute best to put pieces in front of Giannis the entire time he was there. But ultimately, I think Giannis and Milwaukee failed together. The one championship they won was just a fluke championship. And even if you give them the one, it's still, in my opinion, when you have that player, that caliber of talent, we've never seen a player like him before. Giannis is one of the most gifted, talented, athletic players that we've ever seen in the NBA. Bro. I'm going to check that in just a moment. He's one of the most gifted players we've ever seen talent-wise in the NBA, and he only won one championship with this team. The big move that they did to be like, look, we're making a team around Giannis was they went and got Damian Lillard, which obviously didn't work out. At the time, it was like, this is a huge move. Other than that, they give him Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. And they gave him Bobby Portis. I don't think that the Milwaukee front office did enough to win in Milwaukee with that guy. And now that guy's leaving you. Now that guy is done because you weren't able to win enough. This year, their big push was get Kyle Kuzma and Miles Turner. Brother, I've got news for you. That's not going to work. I think Milwaukee has failed Giannis. I think they've failed with the opportunity that Giannis brings, which for me, he's one of the best players in the history of the NBA. Probably should have won more than one championship, in my opinion, bro. Giannis' Suns would be funny. What's the clip? Oh, that's great. This is good enough to like literally. Well, this is great. Oreo. This is awesome. Ban you. Imagine you just cook up an awesome clip like that and like you're banned. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to clip that out and put that on IG. The ban hammer. What up, Unruly? Let's go live on TikTok. Hopefully I get some, I did something different this time around with the live. Instead of, I've been seeing guys put up tweets instead of like the normal thing that I usually do, which is like a power ranking. I don't have anything to power rank at the moment. I'm going to be power ranking NBA stuff eventually. But as of right now, I don't have the wherewithal to do so. So and then I have Joe Brady getting hired by the Bills. Brother, what are the Bills doing? I feel like the Bills playoff Josh Allen window is closing, which is just crazy to even fathom. It's crazy to say that the window with the Bills is closing, but by making this move, oh yeah, I have the Browns head coach on there as well. The Browns head coach thingy is a great way to put it. What are they doing? Also at 4 p.m., probably like 4:15, the Lakers play the Cavs. I'm going to have that game on the big screen. So I'm going to be doing a live watch along with the Lakers. This will turn into a Lakers watch along at 4 p.m. So we'll put that in there. But TikTok has also been really weird. I feel like a fish out of water right now. I don't know why. I'm frustrated. There's certain things in my peripherals that are frustrating me, but I'm moving on. Let's spin the wheel. It's funny how I talked for 15 minutes about Giannis and then spun the wheel, and the wheel was like Giannis. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. The Cavs Arena is the second best in the NBA. It might be. Oh, you've been there? It's sick. Cleveland is just not a place that like much of us need to ever go to. We're not doing that one just yet. Oreo, did you go to Staples Center or did you go to Intuit Dome? What's up, Adam? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Lego Boy? What's up, EZ? Speaking of the Clippers, there they are. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Clippers because they are on a stretch right now of games that is so improbable and so unbelievable. This team, dude. This team started the season 16-21. The Clippers started the season 16-21, and since then they've gone 16-3. They're now 22-24, 2 games under 500, and currently the 10th seed in the playoffs. We have never. I haven't been into it, but it's a bucket list. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be sick. What's up, Fit Krill? I miss you, bro. I said that because he said that to me. I'm not being weird. The Clippers started 6-21, guys. 6-21 is abysmally horrible. Like, that is a horrible, horrible team. Then to go 16-3 since then and make it, they're currently now sitting as a play-in team, as the 10th seed. I don't know if we've seen a transformation from an NBA team like we have this year with the Clippers. It's been insane. It's been unbelievable. And if you remember, the reasons that we were talking about the Clippers this year at all was because of the Pablo Torre story over the summer about the fact that Steve Ballmer was basically paying for Kawhi Leonard behind his back. And then the other one, FJ says Giannis to the Suns, nah, cap. And then the other one was Chris Paul leaving, but we're getting a call right now. Here's the call. What is up, brother Sugo? How you doing on today's show, bro?
Yo, what's up, Zach? I'm doing pretty good.
Dude, we're just hanging out, talking a lot of head coaching news right now. As you know, you're a Ravens fan. Todd Monken is now the head coach of the Browns. What can the Browns expect?
Dude, honestly, I think just from what I've seen, the limited stuff I've seen about Browns fans on social media, they're dogging on him too much. I think he's a great play caller. I think he knows how to call a game. I mean, besides the 2023 AFC Championship game where he was with the Ravens and didn't run the ball, but he honestly likes to stick to the run and I feel like he's a pretty decent situational play caller. He has very nice, like, unique play designs. I mean, he's getting clowned on too much. That's all I gotta say. He's a good coach.
Do you think that there's any reason that they went with him because they plan on going with Shedeur Sanders next year and his similarities kind of to Lamar?
Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like I mean that definitely could be the case. In my eyes, I kind of feel like the Browns, it felt like a lot of coaches were kind of turning down Browns' job offer. They were going to interview. And, like, there wasn't a ton of, like, super strong candidates left.
Yeah, it's true.
On top of the fact that, like, yes, Todd Monken can go, like, be the OC for the Giants with John Harbaugh. But, I mean, why not go be a head coach? So, honestly, I kind of feel like it's more just, like, Monken is not this, like, super highly desirable head coach. And the Browns don't have a very desirable job, but it's still a head coaching job. So, I honestly wouldn't read into it too much about, like, that means Shedeur is going to be the starter. Because, I mean, don't they still have Deshaun Watson anyway? Like,
yeah, and a few months ago, Deshaun Watson was quoted as saying he still wants to play next year, and he's practicing and planning on being the starting quarterback of the Browns next year. And they still have Dylan Gabriel, too. Like, that situation is so weird.
Yeah. That's just nuts. And I'm pretty sure Todd Monken used to be the OC for the Browns when Baker Mayfield was there.
Was it Todd Monken?
I want to say at least like early on. I'm pretty sure he was a coach of the Browns at some point. I just remember when the Ravens hired him. I know he's from Georgia, but
Because he's an
that
older guy.
that he was on the Browns at some point before that.
Yeah, 2019 he was
but-
hired to be their offensive coordinator. 2019 to 2020. So yeah, that would have been Baker.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Which
Wow,
is
and
also
then he
funny
was
because
at
I've seen some Browns fans be like asking, who is this guy? Like, how is this? Like, they must just be new fans, I guess. They just don't remember Todd Monken days. But
Yeah, they
but
don't
yeah,
remember the Todd
I
Monken
like
days.
him. It sucks that I have to be rooting against him now, honestly, because he was cool. But
Yeah,
You know what?
in Division 2 is gnarly. And speaking of that division, you know, the Browns have now hired a coach. The Steelers have now hired a coach. The Ravens have not
Yes,
hired anybody as of yet, if I'm not mistaken.
the Ravens, we got your guy.
Oh, you got Jesse Minter, didn't you?
We got Jesse Minter.
Wow, I'm
I was stoked about that.
completely lost right there for a second. Jesse
Dude,
Minter,
Yeah.
incredible defensive coordinator for the
Yes.
Chargers. He was awesome this year. He turned that defense into a top 5 defense. Are you surprised by going
Yes.
with Jesse Minter instead of an offensive guy?
Honestly, no, I'm not. I mean, I remember in the Discord, like right when I heard the news that Harbaugh got fired, like an hour later, I put in the Discord, like, I think Kubiak or Jesse Minter, like Clint Kubiak or Jesse Minter. And it makes more sense. Like the Clint Kubiak would be like obviously the offensive hire, but he has like no necessarily connections to Baltimore.
Mhm.
But Jesse Minter got all types of connections to Baltimore, so that does not surprise me at all. And it truthfully doesn't surprise me either that it's not an offensive guy, just because it feels like the philosophy of like you shore up that defense.
Yeah.
Like Jesse Minter's gonna have the defense looking like it was, maybe not to the level of Mike McDonald, but I mean he could be. Back to the Ravens defense, back to those times, and
Mm-hmm.
just Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, whoever's the offensive coordinator, like they just got to put up like 25 plus points per game, and Ravens will get like 12 plus wins. I feel like that's just like
Yeah,
that's kind of the expectation. Like the defense will be able to win them games now, not just the offense.
it's true. Yeah, and the offense and the roster of the Ravens is already really, really solid. So I don't think there's a whole lot of like roster turnover that needs to happen. It was kind of just like,
Yeah,
we need to get a guy in there and get things going.
yeah, for sure. Now I think it'd be so hilarious that Odafe Owe, you know how he's a free agent this year.
Yeah.
That would be so funny if he goes back to Baltimore to go with Jesse Minter. Because
Dude,
obviously, I mean,
He
started
was
off
awesome.
horrible this
He was
year
our
with the Ravens, but he went crazy. Yeah,
he was our best player. He was the only one who didn't look cold
That's like
against the Patriots.
that's insane. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
and then Haloti Gilman, I think, is already on his way back to California.
Yeah.
And-
Gilman, you know, he was okay for the Ravens. You know,
Yeah, that was an
Nothing
interesting.
crazy, but he was good. He was good.
It was an interesting move in general. I think Haloti Gilman really allowed like Kyle Hamilton to play a little bit freer over there. So you need to get a guy
Yeah.
like that to replace him. But
Yeah,
getting
for
getting
sure.
Owe back would be awesome for you guys.
Yeah, Ravens just need pass rush. They just need O line, D line really. That's hopefully the focus for this offseason.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Absolutely
kind of
should
want
be.
to pivot a little bit to some NBA talk real quick.
Let's talk NBA. I have a guy in
Um,
here. Tahi is thinking Giannis to Utah. I don't see that happening at all. But that's the big
Dude.
story is the Giannis talk.
I'll preface right with my team and my player. I'll start with I'm a bandwagon. I started as a bandwagon
Mhm.
back in the day, and I didn't really like NBA that much. And so when the Warriors were ruining basketball, I just loved Curry because of that. I
Yeah.
didn't really like the NBA. I didn't watch it. I only watched the finals, and I just rooted for Curry.
So you just
And
jumped
then
on the Warriors
I kinda just-
bandwagon.
Dude, yes, I hopped on the bandwagon. And then, you know, I wouldn't even say like I'm a huge Warriors fan necessarily. Like if Curry left, I don't even know if I'd watch the Warriors anymore. But
Mm.
I have watched the Warriors the past I think starting since they lost. Like I actually started watching the Warriors for real when they lost to the Lakers in the bubble. And I want to say, or not bubble, sorry, in the play-in. And that might
Yeah.
have been the first year to play-in.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah. So I've been watching games here and there, but that Jimmy Butler news was that sucked. So I guess my question is, where do you think like the Warriors go with Steph Curry's future and in what direction?
Yeah, the Warriors, there's pretty much a 0% chance that Steph Curry leaves. In my opinion, I think Steph Curry retires a Warrior. The question is what can they do to bring him another championship? And to be honest with you, they haven't done a great job at drafting the past few years. They went with Wiseman a few years ago, and they had the number 2 overall pick.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Which was not a good move for them at all. But to be honest, they haven't done a great job since they won that championship in 22, 23?
Yeah, I think maybe 3, I don't know.
22, 23 against the Celtics. They haven't done a good job organizationally since then. I think what is going to happen next year is I truly do believe that this is Kerr's last season. I think there's a rift between Kerr and Steph and the direction of the team. Ultimately, dude, I think it's going to be hard for them to do anything when they're paying Steph $50-60 million a year, though.
Interesting, yeah.
That's what I'm seeing with the Lakers. We want to win one here with LeBron one last time. LeBron makes way too much money for us to add any pieces.
Yeah.
So Steph can either do the Tom Brady and take a pay cut and try to bring guys in. They can try to make some moves to bring some players to Steph Curry and the Warriors. But ultimately, I think this team, they've won 4 NBA titles in the past, what is that, 10 years, 11 years? I think that's it. I think that is the success that they've had, and I don't know if there's more success after this, to be honest with you.
That's their dynasty. I did hear a quote where Steve Kerr said something like we're not going to be
Laguna and Miles. Thank you, bro.
Thunder every year.
Love you guys.
We're not set up for that type of future.
No.
Which, even if that's true, that is kind of crazy to say out loud. You're kind of just belittling your young guys on your roster, but I mean it is true. You don't have you don't have a 1B.
They're not set up for the future, and I was looking at I'm looking at their roster right now. In terms of young talent, they have Jonathan Kuminga, who they do not play, basically.
Yeah.
Moses Moody is kind of young. GP2 is kind of young.
Dude, he's I think GP2 is kind of older. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Pajemski is the young one. Pajemski, I'm looking.
Yeah.
I got that a little bit behind, but it's just Pajemski and Jonathan Kuminga are the 2 guys that they have as young pieces moving forward, and Moses Moody. But I don't know if there's a guy on that team that you'd really, really want to center around.
Yeah, none of those guys they're okay role players or bench players, but they're not gonna lead your team. I mean, even their young centers, they're not. They're so one dimensional. I feel like Quentin Post can shoot threes.
Yeah,
can't really play defense. I mean, what I usually watch the highlights of the Warriors games. There's maybe 15 straight Warriors games where I feel like he was getting posterized in the highlights. And I'm this is your 7-foot center that you get is someone that can't play defense, someone that can shoot threes. You don't need.
He's just not. He's not athletic, and today's centers need to be athletic. They need to be monsters and freaks.
Yeah, it's crazy how many.
Brennan is saying that Giannis is going to be a trailblazer. Brennan, I'd love for you to call in after this call and tell me why.
I think the real downfall of the Warriors dynasty was Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole.
100%. Jordan Poole was the future of that team.
Jordan Poole was so electric. I was at a Warriors game one time with my roommate, freshman year. I got a Jordan Poole jersey there, it was so nice. And then, boom, next summer, he gets traded for Chris Paul, and I was so upset, man. I was like, dude, what is this?
I mean, they basically, Jordan Poole was supposed to be the future. The reason they won that championship in 23 was because of what Jordan Poole added to that team, and they dished him away for Chris Paul, dude.
Yeah.
That was so tough, man.
But after there's a little bit of life last year with the Jimmy Butler stuff and the Warriors going on a little bit of a run at the end of the year and beating the Rockets, but
they're just old.
I mean, even if Steph Curry didn't get injured, I don't know that they beat the Timberwolves. I mean, they definitely would have beat the Thunder, but
yeah,
I don't know. It was still fun. It was still fun to watch Jimmy Butler and Curry play, but man, I feel bad for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I feel bad for Jimmy Butler too. I mean, how many more years does he have? And then to tear the ACL like that is really, really tough, man. I'm looking at this 2020 draft when the Warriors drafted Wiseman number 2. Obviously, LaMelo Ball went number 3. But then later in that draft, you had Tyrese Halliburton go. You had a Cole Anthony go. Tyrese Maxey was in that draft. Emmanuel Quickly was in that draft. Jaden McDaniels, Desmond Bain. Those are the first round picks that they missed out on, basically. And to go with Wiseman there stinks.
Dang. But even even all those guys, I don't know the other draft, but the draft after, I believe it was 7th overall, Jonathan Kuminga, and I think 13th overall, Moses Moody. And then, Podziemski, he was a little bit later, but still, none of these guys have panned out for real. So
no, you have to draft well in the NBA. You only get 2 picks a year.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, they went with Kuminga at 7. And then Moses Moody at 14. Yeah. And then Alperen Sengun went 16 to OKC.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Quentin Grimes.
OKC, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, man. You only get 2 picks a season. You get 2 picks a year. You have to make sure they're good picks. That's why, as a Lakers fan, I know what they were doing to help. I don't even want to say it. The Bronny thing is so frustrating because I know it was the second to last pick of the draft.
Yeah.
And it was the second round, and I don't know who was going to be talented from that, but the fact that they basically wasted a pick just to make LeBron happy, and then all the other picks since then, Dalton Connect stinks. You have to be able to draft well. The reason OKC is good is not because they have the draft picks, it's because they use the draft picks well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
NFL, you get 7 shots at it. And this NFL draft stinks, dude. I think we're going to be seeing this a lot more often, where there's going to be 3 down years in a row, and then 1 crazy year in the NFL draft because all these players are just holding out.
Yeah. Wait, do we have any news on Trinidad Chamberlain? Is he going to the draft, or is he?
I've been seeing him currently in mock drafts and stuff like that. I'm pretty certain that they're not going to let him play another year of college.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which,
but yeah,
I feel so bad for him. He's going to end up on the Jets, huh?
Yeah, yeah. As of right now, it's him and Fernando Mendoza. Those are the only quarterbacks I feel like.
It's yeah. So I'm seeing that he officially filed the injunction on the 26th, so 2 days ago, and that February 12th is going to be the hearing on it.
Okay. Oh, I see Oreo saying Ty Simpson. Is Ty Simpson going to be a first rounder though? I feel like I haven't seen him. I don't know. I'm not huge into.
Well, you got to think who needs quarterback. So the Raiders will take Fernando number 1.
Yeah.
And then the other guys it's Ty Simpson and Trinidad Chambliss, right? Those are the other 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I assume the Jets will use one of their first round picks on Ty Simpson, and then I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers take a quarterback either.
Yeah. You got to think also Malik Willis in free agency might get a shot to be a starter.
Dude, I was going to cook something up today about the Malik Willis thing. Why is everyone all in on Malik Willis? Because he played decent in a couple backup games for the Packers?
Yeah. No, that's literally it. Of course, the Ravens.
I've seen him be bad. Yeah, against the Ravens, who didn't have a defense last year, basically.
Exactly.
I've seen him be bad more often than I've seen him be good. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, a bunch of people have Trinidad Chambliss going second round or third round to the Steelers. Okay. I've been seeing that.
Interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
But Diego Pavia is also in this draft, and he's only listed at 5'8", so that's gonna be a tough one.
He's me cussing out Fernando Mendoza again once he doesn't go 1 overall.
He's gonna be so mad. He actually in his heart of hearts probably does believe that he should be number 1 overall pick. Sugo, this was awesome, bro. Thank you for calling into the show.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome, bro. We're gonna keep it rolling, but we will we'll talk to you soon. Sir. And as always, brother, love you lots.
Yes, sir. Love you. Take care.
Peace. Kyler Murray is a great comparison to Diego Pavia. Miles Bell, do you think the Pats can win the Super Bowl? I sure hope not. But can they? Maybe. The Patriots can win the Super Bowl. Yeah, W. Sugo, that was a great call. The Patriots can win the Super Bowl, I guess. I was about to say, I guess anybody can win the Super Bowl, but literally no. There's only two people that can. It's the Patriots and the Seahawks. The Patriots even being there is like pain enough for me. If they do win it, I have to get a horrible haircut. And I have to get my hair done like I have to literally get my hair done. I have to get it braided and cornrowed. I have to make it look like what's his name? Jameis Winston, our king. Our lovely king, Jameis Winston. And the picture of him that I have to do, I think most of you guys have seen it, but I'm going to put it up online right now. Also, anybody in the TikTok, what up? There's one of you. So hello, dude. If you want to call into the show, the number's at the top of the screen. Jameis Winston. It usually pops up right away. I'll just get my hair done like Jameis in this picture. This one. I asked a black person, I said, hey, is this possible? They said no. XD1, what up, bro? What up, bro? What do you think about Eli Manning not making the Hall of Fame in his second year of eligibility? That's true. Dude, the Hall of Fame, like, yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. If the Patriots win, I have to get my hair done like this, but I asked a black person if I can even do this, and they said there's no possible way that your hair will even do this. So, plus it'd have to be a bit longer than it is. So, I'm thinking what I can do is I can just buzz this into my head. I'll buzz this like pattern into my head, if that works for everybody. So, I would basically take off all of my hair, leave it as like a 1. I'd leave it as a 1, and then the pattern, I'd make it a 0. So I'd have like the lines and stuff all over my head. I'd look like a freak, and then get a nice line up and fade around. Unless I could find a barber who's willing to do it for me. But someone in the chat named Booty Pleaser 3000 was asking for my thoughts on Giannis. Booty Pleaser. Whose booty you pleasing? Men or women? Are you a man pleasing man booty? Yeah, really I do. Or are you a man pleasing woman booty? Or are you a woman taking it to men? What an inappropriate conversation. I'm pleasing Keishon Butte. Grady Cole, what up? Bro missed the whole Giannis rant. Yeah, he did. It's okay. I don't even want to I don't want to even entertain the thought of having to get my hair done like this. But it's being entertained. The worst part about this is going to be like during the game when the Patriots are winning and I'm sitting there like, no way it's actually going to happen. I have to look like an idiot. I'm literally trying my hardest to get girlfriends and stuff like that. And then I'm going to show up to church with this as my hair? No way. Luckily though, you can tell he's got a nice lineup and then a good fade. So I'm going to probably leave my hair. The game's on in like 30 minutes. I'm going to be doing a live watch along to the Lakers game in 30 minutes. XD1, the more people say that, the more scared I get. Let's go, Oreo. You're the man, dude. Thank you for locking in on this whole show. Nah, Pat's going to dub. Whatever happens, I'm going to be so sad. My goal is, so I have a barber friend named Angel. Should we just call Angel? Should we just call Angel? Where's my phone? Maybe we just call Angel. Angel? No. Did I ever tell you guys? I don't think I've ever told you guys about my situation with the with my contacts. I lost all of my contacts. And call in, I need to ask you a question about my hair. All right. I've reached out to my friend who's a barber, and hopefully he can call into the show and give us some advice on how to get my hair done like that. But he does be acting a fool, so he might be a bad guy to do this with. But earlier in the show, we landed on the Darian Mensah settlement reaction thing. Or maybe he could just call into the show. Yeah, when I got a client, all right, I can call. Okay, all right. All right, so the barber that I have on speed dial is going to be calling into the show later to let us know officially what we could do for my hair. So that is officially in the works right now. I will never chicken out. I will never be scared. I'll never chicken out. I'll never be scared. But Darian Mensah, the quarterback from Duke.
Duke football needs.
Oh, man. Officially is now going to Miami, and the settlement thing I am very confused on, so let's find out together.
Needs a new quarterback. Darian Mensah is leaving town. At first,
Nid is asking, is it impossible for Giannis to be a Clipper? Nid, the problem with Giannis becoming a Clipper is the Clippers or the Bucks have already stated that what they want in return is draft picks and young players. The Clippers don't really have either of those. They traded all their picks to get Paul George, basically. And they don't really have young players to put as a trade package to go and grab Giannis. So, impossible. I don't ever want to say anything's impossible, but it's pretty difficult. Plus, the Clippers are playing incredible basketball right now. Incredible basketball. So, do with that what you will, but adding a Giannis to this roster, I don't know if it really. I keep saying this whole thing where I'm like, oh, I don't know if adding Giannis to that roster is going to really change anything for that team. Sounding like the biggest idiot in the world. Yeah, obviously Giannis is going to change any roster that he goes to. I don't know why I'm sitting here thinking like, bro, Giannis isn't going to do anything. What am I talking about? He would completely revolutionize whatever team he goes to. He completely changes the fabric of the franchise. Everything that franchise is about on the court completely changes when Giannis enters that team and goes to whatever team he goes to. So, yeah, like, if he does go to the Clippers, it would absolutely change the Clippers a lot. I don't know. Also, who cares about the Bill Belichick thing? For real. For real. Honestly, all the people who are tweeting about the Bill Belichick thing, get out. Who cares? Really?
he said he was going to stay. He even posted a video about it. But then he seemed to change his mind and enter the transfer portal. That's when the rumbling started that he might leave after all. So the university sued him. They said, wait a second, you can't leave. You have a contract. But today the sides reached a settlement. So it turns out Mensah can leave after all. So what does it all mean? Do contracts and school spirit mean anything anymore? I went down to Murph's Turf to get some answers.
Where did he go?
Spirit mean anything anymore? I went down to Murph's Turf to get
Murph's Turf.
some answers.
What is this?
Murph.
How are you, Dan? Are you joining the transfer portal?
Who is Murph's Turf? What is this segment?
You know what? I might. I don't want to get sued, though. Tell me about Darian Mensah. Tell me what this settlement means.
Well, we don't know exactly what the
They're trying to make this look so natural. This is the least natural looking setup I've ever seen in my life. Hey, what's up, Murph? Murph's Turf. Murph's Turf. Get Murph on the show 100%. Twitch affiliate? What? Accessibility streamer and mental health advocate? Official Warframe creator? Carrie Murph, number 2. Carrie Murph? This is not our Murph's Turf. Oh, definitely not. Oh, boy. Do you think this Murph Turf would want to come on the show? Do you think this Murph's Turf would want to come on the show?
Much. So I'm tired as fuck, so I'm sorry I look like shit, but I saw this meme on my timeline a minute ago and I was like,
I love all humans and I love all people. Don't like women like this, though. Sorry. Don't like women that are like this. Sorry. Take a shower. You can tell she hasn't taken a shower in a long time.
Settlement is, but it means that he can go.
Well, they spell it TURPH. What is WRAL? WRAL? North Carolina. WRAL News. Local news. Sports. John Shire. No. I assume this guy would be a columnist. Probably talking about Duke. Oh, this might be him. Posted. Where's the byline? Brian Murphy. Here we go. I'm literally an investigative journalist. Brian Murphy, WRAL. There he is. That's Murph. Which way is bro looking? Oh my gosh. In his playing days, he was a youth bowling champion. And he played football and baseball at Cary High. His most memorable sports moment in sports history was Boise State winning 43-42 to Oklahoma in overtime. Sorry. Peavy. Why is this? Why this? He went to UNC. Graduated in 2000. Must have been at the game. We should do these for all the TBWZ listeners. Like, where were you educated? What's your hometown? What were you like in your playing days? Your most memorable moment in sports history. Favorite sports venue. If I wasn't working in sports, I would be. Yeah, so one day all of the people who work for TBWZ are going to have their own little blurb like this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Doctors. Christina was always overweight. She was bullied at school, even shamed by adults as she got older. But things got worse after her second child when health problems started to appear because of the postpartum weight gain. A lifetime of obesity made her wonder if there would ever be hope.
There's no studio audience right now. I know it.
I had a very normal, happy, healthy childhood, but once I hit junior high, I would just eat and eat and eat. I would hide.
Well, hey, fatty. Hey, put down the French fries, fatty.
Food in my room, in my closet.
And the pancakes.
In high school, I was about 220 pounds.
Dude, that's big.
And my friends would call me names like Cannon Legs. I would do their homework.
Cannon Legs? Her friends would call her Cannon Legs? How did we even get here?
I would buy their food. I asked a boy to go to the dance. He said yes. My mom made a big deal. We shopped for days to try and find the perfect dress. We spent all day getting
they're all
ready.
too small.
My dad was there. We just waited around and waited and waited, and he never came.
Bro, that is so sad. Oh, that's so sad.
I remember crying over the.
Bro, that actually makes me so sad. Getting asked to a dance and that, bro. Being asked to a dance and then the guy not showing up is horrible. That's nasty work.
Rejection. The next day, he said, I'm not going to go to a dance with you. You're too fat. I left high school behind, found
It's the sound effect. It's the wait. It's the I'm not gonna go to high school with. I'm not gonna go to the dance with you. You're too fat. I wish I could play this back.
the man of my dreams. We got married. I was so happy, yet I was still out of control with my eating. I was eating Snickers for breakfast and then downing.
Bro. Snickers for breakfast? Are you kidding me? You're having nougat before noon? Nougat before noon is nuts. Well, nougat before noon is nuts, dude.
It with a huge soda. So with the birth of my second son, I actually hit 270 pounds.
That's big.
The health issues started coming. When the doctor told me I had type 2 diabetes, the reality hit me that this could kill me. About 10
How come in the interview they're only showing her eyeballs, but all of the other pictures are like, look how fat she is? Oh, it's probably because they're... All right, idiot, Zach.
years ago, my family and I went to a theme park. We go to sit
Couldn't fit.
down, and the seatbelt doesn't fit.
Oof.
The ride attendant says, ma'am, I'm sorry, you're too large to ride this ride. I ran out as fast as I could, and as I got to the exit, I couldn't fit. Then on the way home, we get on the plane.
This, dip to negative is crazy. This whole thing is just about, hey, here's how a fat lady couldn't fit places and got dumped by a guy at prom.
In this open seat next to me, the other rider screams out, hell no! He marches up to the flight attendant and demands another seat. She says, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but just for the future, you probably need to purchase 2 seats.
270 is not 2 seats worthy. I have flown with fat people before. 270 is not worthy of getting 2 seats. This is such a lie.
At that moment, I knew
What
that
are
I
we
couldn't
watching?
hide from this weight anymore. I was training 5 days a week for 2 hours a day, and over the course of that year, I gained 22 more pounds.
Bro, I hate when the amount of times people are like, I started working out and gained weight. You were not working out. You were doing something stupid.
I was at my breaking point. I was done living in a prison of weight. This was life or death, and so I decided I'm gonna try one more time.
It's always life or death.
In a transformation that completely changed her life, Christina lost an incredible 140 pounds using
Whoa.
a simple gelatin trick along with a few ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. You're not going to believe what she
Clap.
looks like now. Christina, come on out and join us.
Whoa!
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're here.
Make yourself at home.
I can't believe I'm on the doctors. What's the trick?
Wow. Your story is so powerful to me because it seemed like there was no chance you
Travis Stork? Are you kidding me? Travis Stork? Are you for real right now, Travis Stork? Husband, dad, doctor. Ran into the Golden Bachelor while Sherry hasn't tweeted in a while. All right, not sure why we did that, but we did it. You guys, not sure why we did that, but we did it anyways. Sometimes that's life. Sometimes that's just life. Sometimes that's how it be like. I was trying to find Brian Murphy. Let's spin the wheel before we get going on this Laker game. Oh, we never finished the Xbox XD Friday. I have to buy something from Best Buy, and I don't have any money to do it. So I'm gonna wait till I get a little bit of money from my job, and then buy. I have to buy a new what is the thing called? What's it called? What's the company called? Stream Labs console. That's not Streamlabs. It's Camlink. Camlink. to computer. This is what I have right now for my camera. It's HDMI, but there's like a double one. Elgato. I need something like this that has multiple inputs and outputs. It's a video capture device. But I also needed to get the capture card. Yeah. This one. This is the one I have to get. Nice. It's dual wield. So I can go, actually, no, I need, oh, wow, I need to do a lot more than I thought. Because this is HDMI out. Shoot. I need to probably, I can't go HDMI to USB-C from the Xbox. I also need it to feed audio. I think I need this one. No, this is for a motherboard. I don't have that. Stream. These are cool. HDMI video capture. Yeah, I need something like this. HD in. So both my camera can go in here and my Xbox can go in here. And then I can go, wait, this is very, very confusing. Because I need the feed of the... I could use ChatGPT or I could just think about it. Plug one part into your computer, other into your monitor. So I'm capturing the monitor and not the device. So maybe I wouldn't need anything. Because right now I have two monitors set up and then my computer. So I think I could just kill one of the monitors and make that the Xbox monitor, and I'm already capturing it. But through OBS, I don't know how. I'll figure it out. The trouble is I'm losing tomorrow. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to play Xbox Friday. I'm going to try my absolute hardest. And if I'm not able to make it happen, guess what? I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I should quit. If your computer's good, you can play Xbox on it, pretty sure. It's a MacBook Pro M4 chip, M4 Max. It's the best money can buy. But Macs in general are just not good at gaming. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. Get this Laker game on. Let's get this Laker game going. I'm really excited to watch the Lakers lose to the Cavs. Oh boy, I love it. Oh yeah, I love it. And it's putting me at such a man. What I've been doing recently after the streams, fellas, is that the gym is a mile away from my house. So what I've been doing is I've been running to the gym. I run straight to the gym. I played Madden 25 on a Chromebook. All right, XD. I'm going to watch it in Spanish just for you guys. That's hilarious. But it's a Chromebook. It's a PC. Gotcha. I've been running to the gym. So I run a mile to the gym. Mike McCarthy. I run a mile to the gym as fast as I can, usually like an 8.5-minute mile. And then I work out super hardcore for 30 minutes at the gym. And then I run back another mile. So it's like a 45-minute to an hour workout. So it's a super compact, tight workout. But I do a lot in it. And it's a lot of output. It's very heavy. The fact that this game starts now, by the time I'm ready to go for my run, it's going to be like pretty deep into the second half. And I'm going to have to just stay for it. Life is, you know what? I'm so happy and blessed to be able to do this. The minute, though, I start to develop a routine, everything changes. Everything changes, and it's like, oh, you have to watch this tennis match. The Lakers are playing at 4. They're on an East Coast road trip. The Lakers being on the East Coast really screws me up because I'm used to them being on the West Coast, And then sitting here and being able to watch the games from at like 7:30. But when they're at 4, it's crazy. It's awesome. I love it. Let's watch Laker ball. I'm going to change the title real quick to Lakers Watch Along. I'm going to go Lake Show Watch Along. That should really bring in some degenerates. That should really, really, really bring in some degenerate folks. It's time we talk about Mike McCarthy getting hired. Giannis is going to the Dodgers, Braden. That is a good point. Giannis going to the Dodgers would be hilarious. He'd be like this. I am playing baseball now. Am I going to show it? The Laker game? I can't show it. I still don't know how that works. I think I would get in big trouble. I think you get in trouble if you're just broadcasting games live on here. That would definitely make the views go up, though. If I just played the Laker game on here. I just don't want to do it and... Let's see. Can you get banned on Twitch for playing... for watching ESPN? How should I search this? Legality of me streaming and commentating college sports. Absolutely not legal unless you have obtained express permission from the IP rights. Is it illegal to stream? Essentially, unless you are an official partner or have explicit permission from the rights holder, streaming live sports on Twitch is illegal. Okay. Community guidelines. Let's do this. Let's start doing this all the time. What's up, Oreo? Terrorism and violent extremism promote unlawful violence and spread messages of intolerance. Let's spread a bunch of hate. Oh, you know TBWZ? Yeah, big hate guy. Nope. I do a lot of this. I talk with a lot of youths. I do not sexually exploit them or groom them. Well, okay. Unauthorized sharing of no. Hateful conduct, no. Harassment, no. SH, no. Breaking the law? For example, you may not engage in any form of human... Okay. Buy or sell firearms? Okay. Commit or aid in the destruction, defacement, or theft of public or another person's property without permission on Twitch. I feel like the IRL guys do this all the time. IP rights. Okay. In order to protect the intellectual property rights of others and comply with the intellectual property laws, we do not allow users to share content on their Twitch channel that they do not own or otherwise have rights to. For example, without permission from the rights holders or unless otherwise permitted by law, you may not share others' copyrighted content, including playing another artist's copyrighted songs. I do it every single show. Other Twitch creators' content, pirated games, or movie, television shows, or sports matches. Okay, so can't do sports matches. But I feel like every single big streamer is just reacting to YouTube videos. How's it illegal? But it's I don't know. Basically, to answer your question, Oreo, no, I'm not. I'll have it up on here though. We can do a live score along. Fair use. The real app. Real sports. This is the quickest one. Ooh. Please get Pro from the mobile app. Shut up. Oh. Yeah, never mind. Should not do this with you guys looking at it. Fair use for YouTube and music. It should be fair use for sports. Fair use for sports. Do you guys use the real app? Please use the mobile app to reset your password. Shut up! Do you guys use the real app? it's by far the fastest at updating for games and stuff like that. But they're about to do the Natty Anthem. They're about to do the Natty Anthem in the game. But before we get to any of the games, see you later. All right, see you later, Oreo. Squat up! All right, we're going off TikTok. Actually, I'll try something new. So nobody is jumping into this TikTok. I need suggestions on what to put in the background. Because right now I have like a graphic of, you guys can see this. Focus. I have a graphic right now of like tweets. Jeez. I have a graphic right now of tweets. It says like sports talk at the top, and then it has the phone number. Usually people jump in when I have like power rankings up there, and so people feel inclined to call in and call me an idiot. I don't, but I have 0 people watching this entire time I've had it up for over an hour. So that clearly isn't working for Z. So I want to know what you guys think would work. Like, give me a number to call. But here's my barber calling in. I gave him the number. I don't know what to put up on the TikTok to... I could do a screenshot of the Laker game. How about that? Maybe a screenshot of the Laker game. I can't wait till Angel calls in. Or his name's Jake, my barber. Definitely not named what I said first. Give me the beat, boy, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. A guy named Go Pats just joined. Get out. Whoever the Go Pats guy is, get out. My hair looks horrible right now. I'm having a bad hair day. What is up, brother?
Hello.
Is this Jake?
What's up, Jake?
Jake, how are you doing, brother?
Good, Jake. How are you?
Good. Can you
What's up,
you
Jake?
mute the stream in the back because we're getting a double?
Yeah. Can you hear it? I muted it. I thought.
Yeah, we can hear it a little bit. Are you watching? So you're watching the stream?
I'm watching live. Yeah.
Okay, so you see on the screen right now, I've just recently put up a picture of a football player. Do you see that?
Yes.
So I made a bet with one of the fellas watching the show. He's an awesome dude.
Uh-huh.
I have to get my hair like this if the Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Oh, easy.
Okay, well, what I was hoping you would say is like, no, it's not possible. We have to do something different.
Oh, no, that's super possible.
Well, okay.
And you should do it on stream also.
Well, I know would you be willing for me to go over to your house and set this up?
For sure.
So you would do this for me?
Oh, yeah.
What do I have
Without a doubt. 100%.
But I wouldn't be able to do like braids like this.
Yeah, no, you can. I have someone that can braid it for you.
What if we just buzzed this into my head? Would that be easier?
Well, yeah, that too. Well, that and the braids, both, all 3, and the fade, and a lineup. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be so fresh.
I don't think I have my hair is long enough. The Super Bowl's in a week.
Well, we'll figure it out.
But we would just, so after the game on Sunday, I would basically go over to your place and you would chop me up like this. So then Monday I'm ready for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Sunday after the Super Bowl, if the Patriots win, I'm going to go over to your place and get this done.
Okay, bet. That's a bet. Say less.
All right, Jake.
All right, Jake. I'm counting on you.
Yeah. So.
Wait, do you want the Patriots to win or no?
I don't want this to happen to my head.
Oh, okay. Go Hawks! So go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks. Whoever said that in the back, go them. But yeah, that's the plan, Jake.
All right, Jake. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. All right. Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. Well, that's not what I was hoping to hear at all. I was hoping he would say that it won't work because you are too white and your hair doesn't have that kind of style to it. Not sure what I'm doing with the word style there, but apparently it's totally possible for my hair to go through this. So that stinks for me because I was really, 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 really hoping that he said it wouldn't be possible, but I guess it is, as we're doing a live watch long now. So that absolutely stinks for me. Unruly, it's good for you. Music Lights, what's up, dude? Music Lights, welcome to the show. So glad you're here. The Cavs are wearing the... Wow, dude. The Cavs are wearing the like 2008 jerseys while LeBron is there. A bunch of people are saying this is LeBron's last time in Cleveland. Passing the ball, moving the rock a lot. As D. Mitchell just splits the defense to get into Jared Allen. Brick. But they get the rebound, of course. Dude, the jerseys look so clean. Why did the Cavs ever leave these jerseys, bro? Why do you came from Crispy? Let's go, bro. Let's go. Why do teams leave behind good jerseys? You know what I mean? Yo, Kenneth, what up, dude? We're watching the Laker game together. Why do teams with like good jerseys just randomly the next year they're just like, nah. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do this anymore. We're not gonna have these awesome jerseys anymore. Bang. Lakers down 5-0 early. We got white boys shooting lights out. Hey, what the heck is happening to ESPN right now? LaRavia got the start. Ayton on the floor. Marcus Smart, Luka, and LeBron. As Luka goes up high to Ayton, who gets fouled. LaRavia, Marcus Smart, and Luka are our starting guards. Not having Austin Reeves in the lineup for this team absolutely stinks. It does look like there's haze on the court. Maybe LeBron threw up so much chalk that it made it all hazy. As Luka goes baseline, in and out, brick. Early on in the game, it's slow start for the boys. Slow start for the fellas. Why is ESPN not loading? Holy crap, I'm going to hit somebody over the head with a 2x4. Go BU. Yay, we're beating Navy. Yay, that's my school. Is ESPN the worst of all time? What did they say there? 24? How am I so far behind? How are you watching it? It's 5-0 right now, 10 minutes and 8 seconds into the game. Marcus Smart dribbles and penetrates, backing up against D. Mitch. D. Mitch gets a screen by LeBron. Almost throws it away. LeBron, baseline, gets Jared Allen to jump. Misses the bunny. Oh my gosh. LeBron missed the bunny. LeBron missed the bunny, dude. I need this to load so bad. Bro, I'm going to cause irreparable damage. Dude, I get so mad sometimes I want to grab rocks and throw them at houses. We stink. Ayton with the tip in. Lakers are finally on the board, 7-2 Cleveland. I get so mad sometimes I want to just like, you ever just see something, you want to hit it? Not like while you're driving, but like grab a rock and throw it. That's what the Lakers do to me. As LeBron finds LaRavia driving. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pass. Understandable. Yeah, how do you guys vent? LaRavia with a nice steal there. Luka pushing the pace. LeBron. Slam! I love this team. I love the Lakers. I love LeBron. This thing isn't even loading. ESPN's on some Fugazi type, if you know what I mean. Dude, ESPN on some Fugazi. ESPN on some wobble, 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 wobble. What's actually happening right now is making me so frustrated and mad. Music Lights, I am so frustrated by that because I switch it all the time. I don't know. I am such an idiot loser. I don't know what's wrong, but please Brother, I'm going to drop a link for you right now. I'd love for you to be a part of our community, dog. Every single day, dog. Every single day when you're watching ball and you don't have someone to talk to about it, you have someone to talk to about it in our Discord. In the Discord, we have all the setups. Manual at the end of stream. Marcus Smart with the rebound. To LeBron, up to Luka. Luka's getting double teamed so early in this game. Is a step back three off the back iron. Rebound from Ayton. Marcus Smart puts it up off the front iron. Off the front iron. Bro's crashing out. If the ESPN thing doesn't work, I'm going to throw up. One day I will throw up live on this show. I admin in a few Discords, so I kind of have to be active time from time. Yes, sir, Music Lights. That's awesome, dude. It's important. We need admins. We need people who care. No, Luka got hurt. Luka got hurt. I don't want to see Jake from State Farm. What happened to Luka? Did he land on someone's foot sitting courtside? He better go back to the game. Dude. He better go back to the game right now. No, Unruly, stop. His Achilles is not gone. This is bad. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. How do I not follow Luka? The court has a dropout. The court hurt Luka. The court's elevated? How did I miss that? Luka Doncic has appeared to injure his left foot / ankle stepping back on a shot attempt. The court in Cleveland is elevated from the seats, and Doncic stepped backward off the court before going down and grabbing at his right leg. I'm so sorry. Is this the men's Final Four? I apologize, brother. I'm super sorry. Is this the men's Final Four? Is this college basketball? Why is the court elevated? Thank you, fans. Luka just hurt his ankle due to the elevated court in Cleveland. Luka has left the game. Bro, this guy's tweeting from the highest possible seat in the stadium right now. Matt. Like, retweet. He's going to be like, dude, Take Back with Zach just reposted my tweet. The play Luka got hurt. Here it is. Here it is. He's fine. Do you want your server to be set up as in having different sections? I think it... XT1, no. It didn't look nasty at all. What are you talking about? It looked nasty. He slipped. He's fine. He's going to go back in the game. Music Lights. Yeah, DM me. DM me on Twitch. Hit me up. We'll get something rolling. What's up, Hammer Dong? Luka just got hurt. We're watching the play right now. Why is he bunny hopping like that? Why is the court elevated? Nice Air Force Ones, dude. We stopped wearing those, I thought. No more overseas players, yeah. Yeah, let's ban Europeans. Can we start banning Europeans? Yeah. Music Lights, I just saw your DM. That's huge, bro. Can we start banning Europeans from basketball? Now they need to get this done for Luka. He's not even in the game anymore. And ESPN is still at 0-0. These, I'm going to say it. I can't say it. I can't say it because we're still live on TikTok. But you know what? I want to call them the R word so bad. Laravia goes up for big 2. I think it's a 12-0 run. Or 12-0 run. Step back 3, bang. The run is over. The run is over. Hammer Dong, brother. Can't wait to see you sometime soon. Bless you for me. Bless you for me. Hammer Dong just had he started a new job this week, guys. Shout out to Hammer Dong for starting a new job. Shout out to him for being a good person. A good-hearted individual. I mean, I'm actually going to go to Yahoo right now. Am I really going to go to Yahoo right now? That's embarrassing. Bro, I got caught lacking on Yahoo. Bro got caught lacking on Yahoo. Dude, this is wholeheartedly embarrassing. Derpy, how rude. Hammer Dog started a new job, and guess what? His boss is Dr. Brett. He started working as a receptionist at Dr. Brett's office. Derpy, are you just a certified LeBron hater? I can't believe I got caught. I'm getting caught lacking right now on Yahoo. LeBron, beautiful pass to Laravia. Brick. How did LeBron not come down with that? Yeah, Hammer Dog mainly just gets on his hands and knees and polishes sack. Bang. 3-point shot. Craig Porter Jr. Any relation to Michael Porter Jr.? Michael Porter Jr., I think he will have a bigger impact than anybody in the trade deadline. The way he's playing this season, I know Giannis is obviously Giannis, and if he gets traded, it's huge. But Giannis also gets hurt a lot. And like he's hurt right now. And it's a calf strain. And so if bro has a calf strain, if you guys know anything about basketball, you know that calf strains lead to Achilles tears. So I'm not sitting here and saying I don't want Giannis because I'm afraid about his calf, but Michael Porter Jr.'s had an incredible season. I think he has an immediate impact on whatever team he gets traded to if the Nets move on from him, as Jarrett Allen goes straight through the middle of our defense for 2. Our defense stinks. Now it's an 8-0 run for Cleveland. You boosted it? Music, that's huge. I don't even know what that means, dog. But I absolutely love that. Marcus thought he got fouled on that. Offensive? Yes, sir. Laker fans don't deserve LeBron. Derpy, who does? Music Lights just boosted the server. Bro, are you kidding me? Dude, let's go, bro. Bro, W Music Lights. Big 3, big brick. Jackson Hayes in there getting a fat board. Jackson Hayes in there getting a fat board right now. 200 mile on the dash. Moravia finds Jackson cutting, but he's too clumsy. It gets stolen. Marcus Smart. Ugh. Larry Nance just didn't go up for that? Why? Why did Larry Nance not just go up for that? This lineup in for the Lakers right now is just a bunch of bums. It's Laravia, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, Marcus Smart, and Jackson Hayes. Bro, That is so embarrassing for Laker Nation. That is so, bro, level 1. Unbelievable. We have full access to all of level 1 perks. All the perk 30s. We're getting a call right now? What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Zach from North Dakota again. Been a while since I called.
Oh, my guy, Zach from North Dakota. How you doing, bro?
Good. It's been really cold up here lately. But,
yeah, what's the coldest it got?
-40 feel like, -17 actual temperature.
-40?
So yeah, it felt like -40 and it was -17. So.
What does that even do to the human body?
You stay inside all day. That's what it does.
Bro, that sounds insane, dude.
My Broncos went good until they lost Bo Nix.
They did. Well, they went good until they kind of sold that game. As Donovan Mitchell, dude, who was that?
Well, it was mainly because we lost Bo Nix, but yeah, just Stidham was not that guy.
Stidham was not great, but I think they could have won that game, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, Sean Payton should have went for that field goal early in the game, but
I mean, there's that, but he also like there were two there were two missed field goals, dude, and one was blocked. There's one blocked field goal and one missed field goal. Like if you make those, you win the game.
Yeah, exactly. But New England had a lot of missed field goals too, so it could have went either way.
New England missed one field goal, and you guys missed 2. So if everyone made their field goals, you guys would have won 16-13. But also, if Sean Payton...
The
Blizzard
was also crazy.
The Blizzard was a huge factor in the game. I don't know if anyone expected it to get as... Hammer Dog's in here saying Peyton and Stidham sold. I don't think anyone expected it to be as snowy as it ended up being. So, you know, people are like...
sunny and stuff at first, and then the blizzard hit.
Remember when they showed that, like, the beginning of the game and then the end of the game and how it was looking different?
That was insane.
That was insane. It was nuts. Yeah, man, it was really tough. The Broncos, though, obviously, if you had Bo Nix, I think you have a better chance, but I mean, I don't know if I can't sit here and say you guys win the game if you have Bo Nix in. Like,
true.
I don't know if it's an exact 1-for-1. Obviously, Stidham had that bad fumble. Donovan Mitchell hits 3. Yeah. But Bo Nix probably at some point would have turned the ball over at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. Well, to be honest with you,
Me too.
I have a horrible situation. Are you on the stream right now?
Well, no, not really. I just went in for a second, and when I go on the phone, I can't really watch the stream because it pauses the stream.
Yeah, I have to get my hair. I have to get cornrows if the Patriots win, because I made a bet with Unruly. And so if the Patriots win and I have to get cornrows, I'm going to be very, 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 very mad about that. But that's honestly probably what's going to happen because that's just like how it goes for me. You know what I mean?
Well, based on what the Seahawks have been doing, they've been blowing out almost everybody besides the Rams. So I feel like this is going to be a blowout Super Bowl, to be completely honest, with how the Seahawks have been playing.
Yeah, I feel that. But like anytime you give the Patriots 2 weeks to prepare, that's out of bounds. Anytime you give the Patriots 2 weeks to prepare, like I think they'll be in a decent position. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a for sure blowout, but
I just love that it's going to be. It was either going to be, in my opinion, it was either going to be the Broncos at Seattle or New England at Seattle. I still love that idea because there's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl a long time ago either way.
Yeah, we get a Super Bowl rematch in this one, and then it would have been a rematch for the Broncos as well. Rams and Patriots also would have been kind of sick. I would have liked to see Rams Patriots more than this game. I think Rams Patriots probably would have been more competitive, but
I feel like Seattle deserved it though. They've been playing good the whole playoffs.
Bro, they've been awesome. I'm excited for. Yeah. I'm happy for Sam Darnold, dude. Sam Darnold is.
Me too. He's been
so
stuck
awesome.
on Minnesota for so long without like a good defense to back him up. So. Yeah, I'm happy for him. He did good.
Yeah, he was in Minnesota for 1 year,
I just
but
feel like Broncos are going to start being the new Chiefs of the division.
I think the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs of the division.
I think they're done for, especially if Travis Kelce retires. I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing.
Well, he's all but confirmed it. They have Eric Bieniemy coming back as their offensive coordinator, and Eric Bieniemy, when he was their offensive coordinator, they went to 3 Super Bowls in 4 years and won 2 of them.
I'm still debating on if they're going to be good again next year or not. So, to be completely honest,
I don't necessarily think they're going to be great next year, just because usually when a player tears his ACL, I know Pat Mahomes is going to play next year, but it usually takes like kind of a full year, if you will, to like really, really rehab it and get better. So
I feel like we just have to get another good wide receiver on our team, and then we'll be good.
Another good wide receiver?
Wide receiver and a different running back, because I feel like J.K. Dobbins is going to leave. So
on the Broncos?
Yeah. Because we had way too many drop passes this year. So.
Yeah, in a way. I think the Broncos were good, dude. I think you guys were pretty much well constructed.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think there was a ton of holes. The one thing that stunk was losing J.K. Dobbins. Like,
yeah.
Sean
I
Payton
feel like he's going to go to a different team. That was the only problem.
Yeah.
So, or retire, one of the two. So.
Yeah, I'm still not like 100% sold on Bo Nix, but I know Broncos fans are pretty much sold on he's the man.
I believe in him. Trust me.
You believe?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. We believe in him.
You believe.
So.
Is it warmer now, or is it still really, really cold for you?
It's been warmer the last 2 days, but the 2 days before that were those freezing temperatures. So.
Did you have any exploding trees?
Not that I know of.
Oh. I know a bunch of people were nervous about trees exploding.
I ended up getting a job today, too, so I've been in a good mood today.
What job did you get?
So you know those people that like go around trying to get signatures for certain causes and stuff?
I do.
Yeah, I got one of those, but apparently a thing in North Dakota is people trying to position public schools getting free school lunches or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm going to be trying to help them with, I guess.
Now are you trying to help?
The main reason.
Oh, Luke is back on the court. Let's go. I told you guys. Go on.
Just to get the signatures and stuff to try to pass that thing or whatever.
So you're trying to get Music Lights. Where are you from, Doug? So Zach, you're trying to get signatures for the free lunches, or are you trying to keep the kids hungry?
No, I'm trying to get those signatures to get those to be free lunches. That's what the whole petition is for.
So you're on the good guys' side.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. What's your pitch right now? If I'm sitting here like, hey, I don't want to sign this. I don't want my taxes to go up.
I don't know yet. I'm still figuring that out.
Okay. I like that you used the
like
voice,
I haven't
though.
even done training yet, so I have no idea.
But you're going to be going door to door getting ciggies?
Yeah, basically. And it's $25 an hour, so I can't complain.
Bro, that's awesome. Are you going to smoke cigs while trying to get the cigs? Does that make sense?
I have no idea what that means.
All right. Well, that's going to be sweet, dude. You're going to be stoked on that job. What job were you working before this one?
I was working at a gas station, but then I ended up getting fired, so I had to find a new job. So
why the heck did they fire you?
Because this one coworker kept getting on my nerves, and one day I finally snapped at him, and I lost my job.
You hit her?
So yeah. No, I didn't. It just arguing and stuff, causing a scene. So.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Are you able to repeat what you said? No, I'm just kidding. I bet you have some crazy stories from working at a gas station, though.
Yeah, I do.
Was it a 24?
Anyways, I'll talk to you another day. I have to go do something, so It was nice talking with you.
Yeah.
I'll try to be more on the live streams. I've just been really busy lately. So.
You're good, bro.
All right, you have a great rest of your day.
All right, dog. Talk
Good
to you
luck
soon.
with the Patriots not winning.
Yeah, thanks, bro. All right, talk to you soon.
Yep, bye.
Bye. I really wanted him to I really wanted the person that he was fighting with to be a woman, and I wanted him to say that he hit a woman. Bro. Music Lights, this looks awesome. Whose server is this? Music Lights, this is a sick server. This is what I want. I guess I want mine to look like. General chat, pictures, Giants, MLB, Niners, NFL, Warriors. The OKC soccer stadium got constructed this spring, though. You're in Oklahoma. That's crazy. The schools are still closed. And the new Thunder Stadium should start construction. What did you know that they're doing the Olympics in OKC too? The LA Olympics 28. They're doing all the softball in Oklahoma City, which is crazy. I don't know why. Like, we have the facilities to play softball. I assume. I don't even want to assume anything. I have no idea why they're doing it there. It makes zero sense to me. It makes no sense at all. But about like 40 minutes ago, the wheel landed on Mike McCarthy. And I wanted to talk about him. Here are my notes. Mike McCarthy getting hired by the Steelers, it just feels like so one-to-one. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of switch up or change. It feels like you're not replacing Mike Tomlin with a Mike Tomlin, but you're pretty much replacing Mike Tomlin with Mike Tomlin. This roster, this organization, the reason it is where it's at right now is because you were never bad enough, in my opinion, you were never bad enough to then get high enough draft picks to rebuild your roster into what it is today, right? Look at the Patriots. The Patriots were the best team in the universe, and they stunk for a few years, and when they were bad, it allowed them to get their guy. It allowed them to get a tackle for him. It allowed them to draft players and pieces that set them up now to be a Super Bowl team. The Steelers were never bad enough to get there. And I'm not saying they should have tanked this year, but by going with Mike McCarthy, you clearly are not tanking. It's pretty obvious that you're not going for tank mode. That's fine. But you're just doing the same thing you have been doing. Going from Mike to Mike, you're just redoing what you have been doing this whole time that hasn't been working that the fans have been so upset with. I think McCarthy's a great dude. I think he's a great coach. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's got a solid playoff record. I think he's 12-12 in the playoffs or something like that. I don't know. But going 500 in the playoffs is not easy. That means you've at least won. That means you're going to a lot of AFC title games and divisional rounds. Or getting past the wild card round, if you will. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut that. Ultimately, I think Mike McCarthy is an awesome coach. I think he cares about the city of Pittsburgh. I think he cares about the Steelers. I think he absolutely loves football. I think he eats, sleeps, breathes football, loves it. And that's the kind of guy like I want as my head coach. I enjoy that in a head coach. But there's nothing about bringing in Mike McCarthy that leads me to think that the Steelers have learned anything at all in the past few years. Mike McCarthy was sitting there. He's like, he wants Aaron Rodgers back. He wants Aaron Rodgers back next year. This team just wants to run it back. I think the reason you bring in Mike McCarthy is because of the success that he's had with quarterbacks. You know, when he was in Green Bay, he had Brett Favre, and then he developed Aaron Rodgers into what he is today. I think Aaron Rodgers will tell you that. He then goes to Dallas, and he really, really helped Dak with his career. But even more, remember when Dak got hurt and Cooper Rush was the starter? He made Cooper Rush look good. Like, Mike McCarthy is good at developing quarterbacks. I think the one plus side that he has is that he is good at developing young talent at the quarterback position specifically. Good feed by Hunter. But Nance stinks. Whatever young quarterback they bring in is going to basically be under the teachings of a guy who's been there and done that and is great at developing young talent. Next year is the year. The next season is the quarterback draft year. The quarterbacks coming out next season are awesome. And I don't think you have to tank to get one of them. there's going to be 7 or 8 dudes that have legit possibility to turn a franchise around. I don't think Aaron Rodgers might be the reason. He might be the answer for next year, just to bridge the gap to get you to that new quarterback. He was also talking about Will Howard. Bro, I will tell you right now, Will Howard is not the guy. For any Steelers fan that wants Will Howard, LeBron scores. Let's go. Amazing pass from Luka. You're going to hear me say that a lot today. Wow, pass from Luka to LeBron. Amazing. Will Howard's not the guy. I know you couldn't put him in this year and sit Aaron. You just couldn't do that to Aaron Rodgers, but Will Howard is just not the guy. I watched him play enough to be like, no, that's not it. Also, what Ohio State quarterback has been anything in the NFL? What Ohio State quarterback are you looking at like, well, look what he did? No. It was C.J. Stroud, and C.J. Stroud stinks. Justin Fields was decent. No, not him. Cardell Patterson is dead. Well, I don't think Will Howard is the guy. He was barely the guy at Ohio State. That team won because they had JSN, Emeka Egbuka. They had Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. Like, that team was unbelievable. They didn't have JSN. They had... Who did they have? They had Egbuka and who's still there? How did Mitchell get inside? I think what the Steelers have done is just, it's unserious. What they've done is like, they're basically just saying, hey, let's run it back. What part of this season alludes to you wanting to run it back? If I'm a Steelers fan, I am just upset that my team is just doing the same thing. It's like that whole definition of like lunacy. It's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Donovan Mitchell's so good, dude. So is Wingstop.
Bro, I don't get it a whole lot because obviously, look at me.
I hated that I said that. You know what I was thinking about the other day? I was thinking about this idea of like, I have a buddy, I have some really, really, really close friends that I met when I was like 14, if you will. And I'm now 29. So there's guys in my life. What up, Slinger? There's guys in my life that I've known for more of my life than I have not known them. Does that make any sense? Like, I've been friends with you for 15 years, and there were 14 years before that where I didn't know you. So like, I've known you longer than I haven't known you. I'm not saying it well, but I think you guys can make it make sense. I was thinking about if I get married next year, then by the time I'm 61, I will have been with my wife longer than I had not been with my wife, right? And then I started thinking about being 60, and I started thinking about being 70 and being like really, really old. And I've made a decision, and you guys are just going to hear it right here, right now. I'm going to get fat. Well, 100% I'm getting fat when I'm 60. Maybe not 60. At 70, I'm getting fat. 100%. I'm also 100% going to start drinking again. They're going to be like, what's wrong with grandpa? I just want to I want to be a good enough guy for like 70 years of my life and then spend the last like 5 of them just being a total degenerate, but still like nice and kind to people and loving and like volunteering at my church. But I want to spend the last 5 years of my life just overindulging in all the things I should not be eating, you know, doing illegal activities, going to Vegas a lot. Like, I want to be bad when I want to be really, really bad when I'm 70. In my retirement years, I want to be bad. I want to get in a lot of trouble too. Hopefully my wife wants to as well. But being old probably stinks so bad. It's either like being old is sick in terms of like it's freeing and you don't have to think about, you don't have to like really care about what people think about you. Because when I think about my grandma, like she doesn't really, when I think about Nana, yeah, I can clip that. When I think about Nana, like she doesn't really care what people think about her. And I'm like, that's so sick. And I think it's just like something that comes with age. I also think when you're a parent, you stop caring about what people think about you a lot more too. When you get married, bro. When you get married, oh, sweet. Oh, never mind. When you get married, I think you also stop caring as much, which is sick. But also, I want my wife to keep caring. It's funny, like I want to stop caring. Like I want to get all ugly. I don't want to be ugly, but my wife better keep caring. Hey, better. Hey, to my future wife, you better stay hot. Hey, my future wife, you better not get ugly. How do you have that conversation? How do you go about, oh, Luca to Aiden for the flesh? How do you go about having that conversation with your wife? So, listen, death to us part, completely in love with you, never going to leave you. But I don't want you to get fat. I think it's a reasonable thing. I think you have it like this. Hey, sweetie. So, has anyone ever broken into my home? I don't want to talk about that, but yeah. Wow, flush. I'm uploading that clip right now. XD1. And don't. It's okay that you asked that question. It's just, I have had someone break into my home. It was the most horrific, horrible thing, and I still have bad nightmares about it. So, don't really want to talk about it too much. But maybe one day. I just don't think I don't think that story will ever be weaved into the fabric of my tale. Right? One day when they tell the story about Vini, no, you're good. When they tell the story of Vini, I don't think we're going to be talking about the time when the homeless man broke into his home. It was terrifying. I'll just talk about it. I was asleep. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning. And the timing of it was really, really, truly horrible because I had just like made some big life changes and I was at home with my family for a few whatevers, like a weekend. I left LA. I went back home with my family just to like reset. I was just not in a good place mentally. And so I came back to LA like fired up. Luca, crazy, fouled a bit the line. I came back to LA basically like super ready to get going on the week. I'm like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to clean up that thing. I'm going to stop doing that. Like all of these things. You know what I mean? You know, you have those periods like 2 or 3 times a year where you're like fired up. A lot of people do it around January. They do it around like the New Year's stuff. They're like, I'm fired up. I'm going to be an absolute beast. So I basically had this moment of really, really bad, like, I was doing a lot of drugs and alcohol. And then I went home and I was sober for like 3 days. And I was like, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to be a beast. So that night, I basically woke up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom. And the way my living room is set up, it's basically like this. Wait, have a Sharpie. Story time with Vini. It's story time with Z. It's story time with Vini. It's story time with Z. Yeah, what a question. XD1 knows how to get to me. He knows how to cook up a clip. XD1's been editing some stuff, music, and so he knows what to do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we've been there. Yeah, okay. Bathroom. We know how to go to the bathroom. The setup is like this. It's like here. It's like, dang, the Cavs are absolutely rolling right now. This is like my bedroom right here. this is the bathroom door right here, and then this is my roommate's room. So it's like both of us have a room on either side, and then my bathroom is right here, and then all of this is like the living room, kitchen, all of that like down in here. So I walked out of my room to go to the bathroom. When I finished going to the bathroom, thank you. It is nice. I like it. I'll send you, dude. Music Lights. I don't know, dude. We're gonna talk offline for sure. I want to get you paid. I want to get you helped out. Get you helping out with the show. But I went out of as I opened the door to leave my restroom at like 1 a.m. Someone ran out of my room. So someone ran out of my room. With my laptop and my phone in their hand. And I was like frozen in the doorway of my bathroom, and then like someone just ran out of my room. You know what I mean? And I basically screamed like the loudest a human being could ever scream. I don't even remember what I said. I think I actually just screamed. I think I just screamed out loud. And I ran after him, and he was like trying to open I have a sliding glass door that leads from my living room out to the balcony outside, basically. And he was like opening the sliding glass door, and I hit him very, very hard. Like very, very, very hard. I grabbed my computer and my phone from him, and I threw it on the couch. And at this point, my roommate had opened his door, and because like I screamed so he walked out of his room just freaking out because he heard me scream. And then we had a man in our living room, and the man in the living room was now like going outside, and I just started to really, really wail on him. And dude, this is so weird. I was shoeless, obviously. And so like when I went to hit him, I dragged my right foot. The top of my toe basically, like, I cut my toe so bad. I was bleeding so badly because I sliced it open. Basically, it was awful. And then my roommate basically like slept on the couch that night, and just like it took a long time I didn't really sleep that night, to be honest with you. I ended up not sleeping for the next few nights, and then started drinking again because I couldn't sleep. So it was like one of those like double whammy things of like, here I am, I'm ready to get going. And then I started really, really, really drinking after that. Like bad, because I was having some bad night terror issues and stuff like that. And so I started really, really putting it back, which is so frustrating because I was like on this journey to be like, here we go, blah, 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 let's get it done. And then that happened. We're going to call right now. What is up? Oh, the call ended. Yeah, so that's when someone broke into my house. And then the next day we called the cops. Because I didn't know what to do. I was like so freaked out. We didn't want to talk to police or whatever. So the next day I called the cops. I told them what happened. And then I was on the phone with the cops. He's like, all right, so let me just get this straight. You came home late at night and all the stuff in your apartment was gone, and it looked like the place was ransacked. And I was like, no, he didn't take anything. I stopped him. And he's like, oh. It's like, you got there while he was robbing his house? I was like, no, I was there the whole time. And the guy was like, what? The cop basically acknowledged like that's the scariest thing that could ever happen. What's up, Michael? No, XD1, you're good. My guy, my brother is calling in the show right now. What is up, Tanner from California? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I've never heard that story before. I've got something pretty kind of similar. So I came home from the bars one night, right?
Yeah.
Front door wide open, and in my mind, I had thought, oh, I left all my financial folders in this section of my house because there's stuff kind of spread around.
Sure.
And I was freaking out, thinking, "Holy crap! This person has my, birth certificate all the way down to my W-2 from first job I ever worked."
Wow.
So I called the cops, reported stolen, the whole ordeal. I'm freaking out, like, who the hell could have fucking done this? There's only 3 people that know my code to get in, all ex-girlfriends. So I immediately think like, oh, it's one of these, it's one of these girls. So I started calling them after calling. Point story. I called the police, reported it. Freaking out. They come by to, evaluate the situation, look at my apartment and everything. After they leave, after I reach out to these girls and they all kind of just laugh and mock me, like, what do you think? I'm going to come over to your house?
Yeah.
I go into my storage unit and all of my financial paperwork was inside my storage unit.
Oh.
So I basically just looked like a complete fool. Someone did break into my house, but like I was freaking out thinking they had all of my information for a bit.
Did they take anything?
From what it looked like, no. I mean, nothing of value. Like I still had my jewelry box, my safe was still there. It just looked like stuff was scattered around, like they were looking for something specifically, and it was near my paperwork, which is why I thought like, oh shit, they took these folders. But yeah, no, I did. I mean, nothing that I could sit here and say definitively they took. So unless they found some money in some drawers or something, I mean, no.
It sounds like
it was very bizarre.
Kind of sounds like you just left the front door open.
I might have, and someone might have just come in. I don't know. I was drunk leaving, and then I came back drunk. So
yeah, a double whammy, dude. That's it's probably a hilarious text to send to like an ex-girlfriend. She's like, "Bro, I'm not stealing from you."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. But yeah, that story made me remember that. So that's fun.
Yeah.
When did someone break into your house while you were there?
3 years ago, probably. Like 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
Like 2.5, 3 years ago. Because I've been sober for 2.5 years, so it was definitely before that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been up at fun stuff. Good stuff. Staying sober though, Z. Good job.
Thank you.
Well, I'll let you get back to the stream. Sorry for interrupting it with that, but
no, it was funny. I liked it.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Whoever that 816 number is, you can call back in now that we're off the line with Tanner. Tanner with an electric story. Tanner was like, I got something similar to that story. And it was him leaving the front door open, drunk, coming back from the bar. Hammer dung. No, it was not Parker. Parker was in here for a second. And he's like, hey, remember Monday? Oh, so awesome. What up, Blazer Rat? Parker called it. Parker just like in the middle of me telling the most traumatic story of my entire life. Parker's like, hey guys, remember when I called in on Monday? Wasn't that sick? We talked to him for 30 minutes. I was trying to cut the clip. Of Parker up. I just don't know where to start it. I was going to start the clip when he's like, I'm 14. And so then it's like, why is this adult talking to a 14-year-old? Why is Unc talking to 14-year-olds on the internet? But realistically, we got to start the clip with him breaking up with the girl. It's so long, dude. I almost just put it up as its own long-form YouTube video of like the full Parker talk, the full Parker conversation. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. I don't know if it warrants a... Here we go. ESPN finally figured it out. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, with reverb and slowed audio at some points. Yeah, I'd chop and screw it. Yeah, the Parker interview chopped and screwed. It's exactly what we would want. Dude, we should do TBWZ chopped and screwed. How do you miss this dunk? that Dean Wade? There's a brother for the Cavs named Dean Wade right now. Bro, Music Lights is... Dude, you're the man, Music Lights. Wow. We're going to get the Discord dialed in. We're going to get it rocking. We're going to get it pop, lock, and drop it. We're going to get... Dude. We're going to get... We're going to get in trouble. I still haven't talked about Bill Belichick. I still haven't talked about Joe Brady. We're going to get to those at some of the timeouts because we have an hour left in the show. 1 hour left. I really want to try my hardest, XD and Unruly, you guys were talking about the Xbox stuff. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to get that done for Friday because that sounds very, very fun. And I also feel like since I'd be like playing live, I know I could play with you guys and stuff like that, but I can also, the audio from the people I'm talking to, I feel like I could have some very funny conversations with people on Xbox Live during it. Is that possible? I'm such a boomer when it comes to this, like, to this kind of stuff. The only video games I play, yeah, this year we're making it happen. Zach and Jay Herbo. I would want to, but he's probably like one of the least interesting guys in the world. Justin Herbert is not a very interesting person. Trust. I'm like, so what do you like? And he's like, oh, football. Oh, what else? Fishing. Okay, football and fishing. Do you like cinema? Do you like art? Sound like such a homosexual. Do you like cinema? Do you like art? I feel like there's a way you could do it without having to pay. For what? Oh yeah, Cam Scatterbo definitely streams. He'd be really, really fun. I think a huge growing point for us, because ways that we grow the show is like the TikTok is how we've grow the TikTok live. And I keep saying, when I say the TikTok, fellas, I'm not being an ultimate boomer. I'm saying like the TikTok live as its own entity. The live on TikTok has gotten a lot of people to come over. Obviously, the Crispy video did really well for us to getting fans. I think the next iteration of growth could potentially come from just playing video games. Like a lot of people on Twitch, as much as I want to be different, I think a lot of people come here to see that. Bang. Jalen Tyson drills a 3. Cavs just took the lead for the first time in what feels like a long time. Good descriptor, Vini. I think a lot of people come to Twitch to watch people game. And so I think if we can get people in the door on that kind of stuff, then when they see I'm live and I'm just talking ball, they're like, wait, when are you going to play games? And I'm like, oh, in like an hour. And they're like, okay, I'll hang around till then. They're like, well, this is kind of fun. Why is Donovan Mitchell hurt? Fellas, I have to pee. You know what happens when Vini goes wee-wee. You know what happens when Vini goes peeny. You know what happens when Zini goes kinky. I'm going kinky. Why don't you watch Take Back with Zach anymore? He's just too kinky. Oh, dude, I thought you really liked that show. I did. He's too kinky.
Crew! What a night be this. Crew, howl with me so that we might set the 7 seas ablaze with fear. Ow! that'll do. Okay, Square One. Since Pink One's working the navigation, it's up to you to find our first victim. Here, use this spyglass. Now hurry up! We're burning moonlight.
Let's see who we can find. Captain, there's a guy we can scare.
I had 4 biscuits and I ate 1. Then I only had 3.
Ah, it does me heart good to see children out after dark. Big One, take us behind those rocks.
Moving behind the rocks.
Keep going. You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop. Don't worry, Captain. We'll buff out those scratches.
All right, never mind it. Just jump out when I give the signal. Prepare to be burdened with the haunting memory of my ghostly ghost pirates.
Was that the signal? Okay, sorry. Just do it again.
With the haunting memory of my ghostly ghost pirates.
How does he do that?
The worst part about playing the sponge, I need to stop saying the before nouns. The worst part about playing SpongeBob is I know every single time I stop playing it, someone watching goes, "Aw." Like, "Oh, I was watching that." Oh, there's Twins courtside right now. Someone's like, "Aw, dude, I was watching that." "Aw, now he's going to talk again." "Aw, man, now he's going to speak." Now Vini's going to weenie. Sing song, ding dong, wing wong, ching ching, ching ching, ching ching. I've decided that what I'm going to call Asians, I've decided to call Asians Eastern brothers. My brothers of the East. That's what it is. Brothers of the East. I also was talking about this earlier on the show, and I just wanted to clarify for everybody. When I say I'm going to war against India, it doesn't mean I'm actually going to buy firearms and go to war against India. I don't have the possibility or the capability. Eastern relations. My Eastern relations. I'm never ever going to India. I'm never going to Mumbai. I'm never ever going to go to Sri Lanka, if that's in India. I just don't ever want to go there. I don't want to be associated with India. And it's not a racist thing. It's just I had to in my heart of hearts be I have to have enemies. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. I needed an enemy, and I was like, who would be the best enemy I could unite against? Patriot fans, number one. Enemy number one. Enemy number two, Indians. Indian people. People of Indian descent. I'm not talking about Native Americans. We've talked enough about Native Americans. I'm done talking about Native Americans, to be completely honest with you. I feel like at this point, I am a Native American. I feel like at this point we should wipe the Middle East off the map because they always have to be dramatic and start a war. Yeah, except for the good people. I don't even think we should wipe it off just for the war part. I just think we're just good. You know what I mean? I think the world is good on America, Canada, Mexico, South America, Europe, Russia, and China and like Asia. I don't think we need the Middle East. I think we're good on all that. Music Lights, thank you for cheering with bits. Music Lights, you have Native American in you. So then what I said about me just being the Native American, I take back. Did you know that Asians walked to America, became Native American, and then someone further south became Mexican? That's why Filipinos and Mexicans look the exact same, I think. They don't look the exact same, but okay, all right. Never mind. I am the Native American. I am a Native American. I was born here. This is my country. I also feel bad that we kicked them off their land. It's stolen land. It's stolen land, but someone needed to steal it. And one day it will be stolen from us. If you look at the course of history, human history, every land gets stolen except for Egypt. Egypt's been around for a minute, dog. Egypt been around for a long, long time. It still is your land, though, yeah. In Oklahoma. Oh, you're literally in Oklahoma. You are actually, you're a Native American. But this is about the Middle East. I'm pretty good on it. I'm pretty much like, we're chill. Would you rather live in Iran or Iraq? Would I rather live in Iran or Iraq? Let's see. Let's go on ChatGPT for a little research real fast. Who has hotter chicks? Iran or Iraq? Haha, that's a classic bait question. Short answer, neither wins. Attraction is... Shut up! Beauty does not equal nationality. Shut up! I'd rather live in Singapore. War with Iran, T-minus a couple days. Laser Rat, you're all up on the war in Iran? U.S.-Iran relations. Is the U.S. preparing to strike Iran again? I'd probably rather... I hate the hijab. I love women. I feel bad they have to wear it, but I'm not a hijab guy. I haven't seen a woman in a hijab and been like, yes, hot. Well, they both are rocking hijabs. Hijabi bibbies. We got a fleet in the Gulf right now awaiting orders. Would I rather live in Iran or Iraq? I'd probably rather live in Iraq. I don't know why. It's got a better ring to it. I'm like, what happened to Zach? Well, Zach's in Iraq. If it's like Zach's in Iran, it'd be like, where? Iran? Who? Who's on first? It's like a who's on first question or situation. But with Iraq, you're like, yeah, Zach's in Iraq. Why is India so dirty? That's how they like it. That's just, they like it that way. They like to be in the dust and stuff like that. They like being dusty. Fellas, there's halftime right now. Lakers are down 57-55 Cleveland at halftime in what might be LeBron's last game. I have a story I've been wanting to cover since I discovered the story, which was yesterday. And it wasn't on the wheel because I knew I was going to be getting to it at this time. Okay. The NBA has a massive weapons issue. Massive weapons issue. And I know you're thinking it's John Morant. It's actually not. You should try Indian street food. Yeah, we should do a live from India. One day, that'll be one of the bets one day. Is like, if the X team wins, then I'll go to India. I have to go to India. That'd be so annoying. Haha, you're going to India. That'd be a crazy bet with my friend. Is like, I bet you the Broncos are going to beat the Patriots. Oh, well, if they don't, then you're going to Iraq. Oh, I'm right. If they do, then you're going to India. Whatever. So there is a company called Ubiquiti. 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 They're bad pollution. That's why they're so dirty. India just sucks. I think they're also very, very poor. I think it's a very poor place. I also think there's 1 billion people in a place that's like the size of Texas. India is not very big, and it has 1 billion people in it. The population is so high in India, and there's not a lot of space for them to roam around or fart, Think of just how many farts per capita there are in India. There is every single square mile, there is a constant flow of fart in India. How big is India? We're doing a deep dive on India today. India. Yeah, India. I know it's like basically India right here. Come on now. Come on, Vini. It probably smells so bad there. It has to. No way it smells good. India, which is like all the way up here through Pakistan and like down here, basically. It's basically like the size of California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and like maybe Oregon. It's not that big. But we're going to call right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Called in from Boston.
Oh, Caleb from Boston. It's Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
Are you chilly?
You were really doubting the Pats this year.
Yeah, still am.
I want them to win, but I don't think that they are.
Yeah, go Seahawks.
I really want them to win, though.
The Patriots?
Yeah.
It's because you're a fan.
If Drake May has a ring in his second year, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that'd make me throw up. That'd make me get dysentery. I would throw up and pass away if Drake May got a ring.
Yeah, I mean, if they really do win, it's got to be their best game.
If they actually win the Super Bowl and Drake May gets a ring before Justin Herbert and Mike Vrabel gets a ring before Harbaugh, and I'm sitting here and the Patriots are winning and I have that stupid haircut, I'm gonna blow up a hospital.
You're gonna what?
I'm going full Joker mode. I'm going Joker. Have you seen the Dark Knight? Have you seen the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the Joker the sickest villain of all time?
Yeah, probably.
Have you ever gone full Joker mode, Caleb?
No.
Never. You've never gone full Joker?
If I have, I probably would have blown up like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you've never like, not maybe externally gone Joker mode, but like internally you've gone Joker mode within your soul?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you went full joke?
What? I can't hear you.
When was the last time you went full on Joker mode?
I can't even remember.
Yeah. No, I totally feel you.
Definitely a while ago, though.
Yeah, it's been a minute. For me, when I go Joker mode, I yell and I scream and I sometimes punch things or throw. What I like to do is I like to grab a household object and throw it really, really hard at my wall and it always explodes. That's when I go Joker mode.
Yeah. Probably like a month ago.
Oh, a month ago you went Joker?
Probably.
Who did something to you?
Well, I think it was my sister. She was just being annoying.
Sisters are always so annoying like that. But going Joker mode, going full JM on your sister is like, it's totally understandable because sisters are dumb. Is she an older sister?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit older? But she's probably not smarter than you.
Not really. Her grades have been going down.
Her grades are crap?
What?
Are her grades crap?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by someone chatting something. Let's get that chat out of here.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's totally chill. Are you cold right now? It's cold up in Massachusetts.
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I had to walk home today.
You had to walk home, bro?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to walk home? Why didn't you take the T?
Why didn't I what?
Why didn't you take the T?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Why didn't you take the T?
I don't know.
The T is the train.
Well, I didn't have enough money.
Oh.
You have to pay money for a train?
Yeah, for the T, you have to pay money. You're probably at the MSG or at the Garden, so you probably take the Green Line, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. How was school today?
Terrible.
Oh my gosh, why?
Just, I really don't like my teacher. My teacher's so annoying.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl, I've never had a boy teacher.
Never had a boy. Oh, well, what grade are you in?
6.
Yeah, you don't get boy teachers until like At least 9th grade. Boy teachers don't go below that. So you have a female teacher, and she's really, really annoying. Is she like?
Yeah.
Is she young or is she an old lady? She's an old hag.
She's an old lady.
Do you ever call her mean names behind her back?
Well, of course. I don't think I've ever known one person that's never done that.
Yeah, you call her mean names in your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just. Well, me and my friends came up with a logic. You pretty much never have to answer any questions if you just say, I plead the fifth.
Whoa. So during class, when she asks you a question, you just say, I plead the fifth?
It depends. Like, if she's just mad at me and I just want to get her even more mad, I'd say, I plead the fifth.
Oh, so you rile her up. What's her name?
Yeah. Her name is Miss Jennings.
Miss Jennings. So she's not Mrs. Jennings. She's not married.
What? No.
No. She's probably not nice enough to get married.
I'd be surprised if she was married.
Yeah. Miss Jennings. Is she spunky and fun and fresh, or is she? You said she's old and she's nasty.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Old hag.
Old hag.
Needs to retire.
Yeah. What do you ever see her eating lunch? Because old ladies eat weird things.
Yeah, she eats she has this preheated up lentil soup.
What the heck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Lentil soup? What's your typical lunch that you bring to school, or do you buy lunch?
I normally just have chicken.
Yeah, just some chicken. What kind of grilled chicken or deli meat? Grilled chicken, just like a bag of chicken.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Chicken and some beef jerky.
Dude, chicken in a bag with some beef jerky on the side. That sounds like a hot lunch to me if I've ever heard of one.
Really good.
Yeah, it probably prevents you from going full Joker mode on Miss what was her name again?
Jennings.
Yeah, it probably prevents you from going full Joker mode on Miss Jennings. Does she do anything cool?
Does my teacher do anything cool?
Yeah.
No.
She probably drinks.
Probably.
Yeah, she probably drinks too much. You're in 6th grade. Are any middle schoolers getting into bad things yet? Is anybody drinking or doing bad stuff?
If I ever go into the bathroom, I can't go into the bathroom without smelling a vape.
Oh, really? That's probably the 8th graders and 7th graders, huh?
Yeah, disgusting.
Bro, I'm telling you, dog, vapes are very, very, very bad, dude. Try your hardest to stay away from vaping. It's not even fun.
I know, I'm just thinking to myself how you have to charge that thing and then put it into your mouth.
Whoa, yeah, it's like you're sucking on electricity.
Exactly.
Bro, that's really, really gnarly that kids are vaping like that in middle school. Do they do it in class too? Are kids wild like that?
Yeah, kids just hide it under their sweatshirt.
Bro, that's so intense.
Yeah.
That's really gnarly. Yeah. Definitely try to stay above that stuff, because that stuff will literally bro, I'm not even kidding. You'll vape in 6th grade. Whoever's doing that in the bathroom, they will basically be smoking nicotine for the rest of their lives. It's that addictive. You're just going to do it forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I know people who started smoking cigarettes in high school and they still smoke cigarettes to this day.
Vaping was supposed to make people not as addicted to cigarettes. That was the original purpose.
It was supposed to help you get off of cigarettes. And in turn, what it is it's even more addictive than cigarettes because of the accessibility that you have to it. You can just do it whenever. With the cigarette, you have to go outside. You have to go out and actually get a lighter and it's a whole process. But with vaping, you just do it on your toilet or in whenever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just plugging in anywhere.
Yeah, you plug in. And it also, Mr. Wolf, it causes a lot of anxiety. So you'll see kids having mad anxiety attacks, and they have bad health issues, and a lot of that's just because of vaping.
Yeah, it also makes you. It also some side effects are just tweaking out.
Yeah, tweaking out, freaking kids when you don't have it. That's kind of where I'm getting at with the anxiety. Anxiety and tweaking out are kind of the same thing in certain ways.
Yeah, just twitching a lot.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's really bad. It's just to get like a little bit of a buzz. It's not even worth it at all. So I'm glad you're staying above that stuff, and I'm glad you're not doing it. And you know, when it comes to Miss Jennings, bro, we've all had some bad teachers in our lives, but the one way that you make a bad teacher into a good teacher is if you just treat them with respect. Usually when you kill them with kindness and you just be super respectful, they start to be a little bit nicer. So maybe try that out.
All right, I'll try that out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's sick. And then you can call back on Friday and let us know how it worked.
All right.
Sounds dope. Mr. Wolf, I'm so happy that you're staying above the fray, bro. Good luck to your Patriots next Sunday, and hopefully we talk to you soon.
All right, thank you. God bless.
God bless you. Peace.
Peace.
W, Mr. Wolf. W, Mr. Wolf. I'm clipping that one out for sure. That one is getting clipped out for sure. Good kid. What up, Evoman? Evoman, what up, dude? Glad to see you in here, bro. You know we're still rocking. Perry Pick'em. All right, let's do it. Wait, what is this again? Oh, highest score wins? All right, so I'm going to do mine, and then you guys can call in and do yours, and we'll see who has the highest score, if you guys want to. Or you can just do it in chat. You don't have to call in. Who wants to go next? Who wants to go after me? And this is fantasy points. This is fantasy points. Alvin Kamara, 377.8 fantasy points. Panthers. Do I go Steve Smith? Do I go Greg Olsen? Do I go Cam Newton? I think I might go Steve Smith here. I think Steve Smith probably had the best season as a Panther. Steve Smith Sr. That's pretty good. Commanders. This one is very, very tough. Who had the best fantasy season from the Commanders? Do I go... And this team was originally... Was Tony Gonzalez on this team when they were good? No. Who was the tight end? Who was the Robert Griffin III? There was someone on that team that was just goated. Was it a running back? I know Ertz was on the team this year. Is it? Does anybody know if it's with the team that they were on? Because I would potentially take Ertz. Nah. Someone help me out. Who did they have? Who did the Washington have? Did they have Didn't they have Deshaun? Yeah, they had Deshaun Jackson. It stunk. That was horrible. Broncos. Oh my gosh, this stinks. I wish I could take defense. The Broncos have had nobody good. Who's the best fantasy performer from the Broncos? Who's the best fantasy performer from the Broncos? I can't even think of anybody. Anybody half decent. I can't think of anyone even half decent from the Broncos. Elway? No Sean Moreno? Do I go no Sean? Or do I go Demaryius Thomas? Demaryius. Not bad. Not bad. Better than the Steve Smith Sr. pick. Cleveland Browns. You got to go with Nick Chubb. Green Bay Packers. Do I go Tucker Kraft or do I go Aaron Rodgers here for Green Bay? Oh, no. Who was... Jimmy Graham was there. I think Jimmy Graham was old by this time, no? Richard Rodgers was the Mercedes Lewis. Yeah, let's go with him. 44 points. What a loser pick. This stinks. This is horrible. Tannehill. I did so bad. 1936. Does anybody want to try? Does anybody want to try? Oh, I can't do it again. Game's back on. Dude, Mr. Wolf was so awesome. The place I want to go right now, I was discussing it slightly earlier, but the NBA has a massive weapons problem on their hands. In the war against Ukraine, I know. You're like, Vini, are you talking about Russia and Ukraine? I am. Who would have ever thought that you'd turn into Vini's show and he's talking Russia, Ukraine? I thought he doesn't talk politics. I don't, but I talk ball. So what does this have to do with ball? You'll find out very soon. So there's a company by the name of Ubiquity. There's a company by the name of Ubiquity that has a large role in the Russian and Ukrainian war. This is an American company, right? Which is not... There are sanctions against Russia for American trade. So there should be no American company giving any sort of weaponry or protection, whatever it is, any sort of good to Russia because of those sanctions that we have on them. Ubiquity is actually selling them high-powered Wi-Fi antennas known as radio bridges that are the primary communication tools for Russian forces on the front lines. Essentially what these are is Ubiquity has these amazing antennas that boost Wi-Fi signals. So in the field, they're able to set up these Ubiquity antennas and have Wi-Fi network. And they're able to utilize this Wi-Fi network to control their FPV drones, their first-person view drones. So these devices provide the internet connectivity required to pilot FPV drones. Experts and Ukrainian soldiers basically have stated that without this specific technology, this specific American technology from Ubiquity, Russian drones would be flying blind, unable to carry out the precision attacks that are really, really hurting Ukraine. Okay? There's even there's a Ukrainian officer, and all this research was done by Pablo Torre and the guys over at Hunter Brook Media. Hunter Brook Media is an incredible investigative journalism outreach or branch, and Pablo Torre has been doing some incredible investigative journalism over the past couple of years. They've basically found some people on the Ukrainian war side that have said, from their research, Donovan Mitchell just drills a three. Lakers are now down 7. From their research, they're estimating that about 80% of Russia's radio bridge antennas are Ubiquity products. So there's an American company supplying Russia with radio bridges, with antennas. Basically, there's a American company called Ubiquity selling Wi-Fi connectivity to Russia's front lines. Donovan Mitchell drills another 3 right in LeBron's face. This company, Ubiquity, is owned by a man named Robert. This company, Ubiquity, is owned by a man named Robert Pera, who is also the owner of the Memphis. I'm going to actually shoot up, I'm going to go to an urgent care or something. And I'm going to plant explosives. Brother, so frustrated by my own performance. This man goes by the name of Robert Pera. He's the owner of Ubiquity. He's also the owner of the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, that Memphis Grizzlies. The same Memphis Grizzlies that have a man on the team named John Morant, who's been suspended multiple times over the past couple of years for brandishing weapons off the court and doing an on-court celly of him spraying and is on court Selly brandishing weapons as well. The owner of the Grizzlies is selling weapons to Russia to help them commit genocide on Ukraine. That doesn't sound like a good thing for the NBA. That doesn't really sound like a good thing for the National Basketball Association to be associated with. Also, Robert Pera. This is not the first time that this company has faced these issues. In 2014, Ubiquity was fined by the federal government for reckless disregard when its products ended up in Iran. So they've also supplied products to Iran. The people at Hunter Brook Media basically reached out to Ubiquity and they posed as Russian diplomats. They said, hey, we're looking to buy some product. And the people at Ubiquity were like, oh, yeah, sure. So there's sanctions right now on Russia. We're not able to sell to Russia. But what we could do is deliver to Turkey. And you can send in a caravan to go pick it up from Turkey. But we'll sell it to you. We just can't ship it directly to Russia. So the people at Ubiquity are basically like super complicit in Russia committing essential genocide on Ukraine. This company Ubiquity is owned, and it was started by the owner of the Grizzlies. There's a professional team out there that has an owner supplying weapons to help Russia eliminate Ukrainian people. It's not like he's supplying them jackets or supplying them with MREs. He's supplying them with the connectivity needed to orchestrate high-level, precise drone attacks, sometimes on civilian people. And that's the owner of the Memphis Grizzlies. These are crimes against humanity. And I hate to make light of that, but these are literal crimes against humanity that the owner of the Grizzlies is helping perpetrate. And yet we're sitting here focused on John Morant doing a celebration after a three. And he's getting suspended for that. Yet his owner is this dude. The public punishment of John Morant for brandishing weapons on social media and during games and mocking that, compared to what the league will do responding to Robert Pera, it shows so much about where we're at as a society, as billionaires are able to get away with pretty much like crimes against humanity, like Geneva Convention war crimes. But the player himself is not able to do this after hitting a three. And I know I'm minimizing and diminishing what John Morant did. But brother, come on. Let's weigh the two out. If Lady Justice was holding both of these in balance, and we're like, which one is worse? I'm pretty sure the guy helping facilitate genocide is the worst one. That's kind of stupid. If you're rich, you can just get away with anything. It's 100% true. Like, there's a reason that all of the Epstein stuff is never going to come out, because it's the most loaded people in the world. Pablo Torre is doing such an insane, amazing job bringing these stories to light. Like, such an amazing job. Hunter Brook Media, the company he's working with, is truly on the front lines of journalistic integrity and finding out these stories that people are too afraid to tell. Hunter Brook had reporters pose as Russian buyers, and they successfully secured an invoice from an official U.S. Ubiquity reseller for 450 devices. They even discovered like Russian distributors sent like the undercover team at Hunter Brook like thank you letters from the Russian military for like praising Ubiquity equipment for the effectiveness of it in the combat zone. Robert Pera, he was once the youngest owner in NBA history. He's a very, very young dude. He now rarely goes to games. He has gone ghost mode. He's basically gone invisible. Because I think he knows kind of what's happening in the back end. This is the dude. He's an engineer. He went to UCSD. Yeah, so after graduation, Pera, who admired Steve Jobs, he secured a job at Apple where he tested the company's Wi-Fi devices to ensure compliance with Federal Communications Commission's, the FCC, standard for electromagnetic emissions. Whatever this is what's killing people. This is killing people. That's why the 49ers are getting so injured all the time. Electromagnetic emissions. I don't know. I'm going off a deep end. I'm going to go off the deep end at some point during this whole thing. While working at Apple, Pera noticed that the power sources that Apple's Wi-Fi devices used to transmit signals were far below FCC limits. Boosting their power, he reasoned, could increase their transmission range to over dozens of miles, which could facilitate internet access in areas that telephone and cable companies do not reach. When his bosses at Apple ignored his idea, Pera decided to build his own low-cost, high-performance Wi-Fi module. For the next year, Pera spent his nights and weekends in his apartment testing prototypes. By early 2005, he was ready to start his own business, and he left Apple to form Ubiquiti Networks. He founded Ubiquiti using $30,000 of personal savings and credit card debt. Their early products utilized existing Wi-Fi technologies to wirelessly deliver the internet to undeserved areas. Lacking the infrastructure to access the internet through traditional avenues such as phone lines. The company has since successfully branded out into other product lines such as wireless access points, security cameras, traditional networking equipment. That was in 2005. Less than 10 years later, he basically bought the Grizzlies. In less than 10 years, Robert Pera, bro, look at his Wikipedia. It's so tiny. He's got nothing on him. I guarantee you there was more to this. He's gone dark. This website's so old. 2019, 2017. There's a lot going on here with this guy. Founded in 2003, now based in New York City, Ubiquiti manufactures and sells wireless data communication wired products for enterprises and homes under multiple brand names and the Russian army. On October 13th, 2011, Ubiquiti had its initial public offering at 7.04 million shares at $50 per share, raising $30.5 million. Their revenue today is $2.57 billion. They have an operating income of $836 million. Total assets are worth $1.5 billion. They have 1,700 employees, and they have a total equity of $700 million, basically. It's unreal, dude. It's the craziest story in sports this year. Wow, I just looked up the Lakers are down 15 now. This is a fourth quarter team, though. This is a fourth quarter team if I've ever seen it. Finally, I think we need to talk about Bill Belichick. I think we're going to end the show with some talk about Bill Belichick. Dude, Bullet Slinger in here modding it up. Let's go, Slinger. Modding up. Yeah, Hammer Dong Hammer Dong every once in a while goes to lunch a little bit. He goes to a lunch at a place that doesn't even serve food, if you know what I mean. And he gets a little bit silly and then hops in the chat and says some nasty things to sixth graders. Took me 20 minutes to figure out how to do it. But when you did it, you probably felt so good. Probably felt so powerful. Score. Good job, Bill Brown. The Bill Belichick thing, okay? So, as you guys all know, I was getting so mad at Gronk. You had to ask Gronk how to do it. That's so funny. Gronk's such an idiot, dude. Gronk might be the dumbest one. It's good at doing nasty things. The reason I like Gronk, though, is because it's connected to Twitter, so I can ask it, like, questions about the world, and it knows kind of what's going on, but it's also taking in all the data from bots and stuff like that Elon has set up himself. Bill Belichick fell short of being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Basically, you need 40 out of 50 votes to be voted in, and which means he had at least 11 people say that Bill Belichick should not be voted in this round of Hall of Fame voting. Obviously, he's going to get in. He's eventually going to be a Hall of Famer. But one of the highest statuses, there's an upper echelon of the Hall of Fame that is first ballot Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer is the highest echelon of success. That means the first time you were eligible, people said, yes, get him in. They said, yes, bring him in. There's a new rule that they established that basically like coaches don't have to wait 5 years, because usually you have to wait 5 years and then you can get in. They kind of just got rid of that. And so Bill Belichick was eligible this year, and he didn't get the votes. Like, everywhere in sports media right now, everywhere I look in sports media, people are freaking out about Bill Belichick not becoming a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I'm just like, oh, who cares? What? Like, who actually cares, dude? The people who are arguing for him, for the fact that like he should be people arguing that he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I agree with you. But I'm not going to think any less of him because he's not. Is it to preserve the history of Bill Belichick? Like, what's the actual point? Right? At the end of the day, he's going to be known as a Hall of Famer. He's going to have the 6 Super Bowl rings as the head coach. He's going to have 2 as a defensive coordinator. You can fast forward 1,000 years, and 12-year-olds are still going to be able to look back through the history books and be like, bro, Bill Belichick won 8 Super Bowls. That guy's pretty good. They're not going to go like this. He won 8 Super Bowls. He's pretty... Wait, let me see. Oh, he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, though. Maybe he's not that good. Who cares? No one's going to like look back on this and be like, see, he's not that good. He's not fourth ballot. The players tweeting about it, I think, is soft. Who cares? Like, J.J. Watt wrote a paragraph. J.J. Watt wrote an essay about how awful, how deplorable, how disgusting. You're making a mockery of yourself. Yada, yada. Shut up, J.J. Watt. First of all, if you care about what J.J. Watt has to think, brother, something's seriously wrong with you. Put on Caillou. I don't need him to be a first ballot Hall of Famer for me personally to remember him as one of the greatest coaches of all time. I made that distinction while he was still coaching. While he was still in the league, I was sitting there like, yeah, this is one of the greatest coaches of all time. While he was still in the league. And if you weren't, I don't know what you were watching. All I know is Tom Brady was in on this whole thing. I don't know how, but he had to have been. It was Tom Brady's last way to like stick it to Belichick. But next year, I think Tom is eligible. I think Gronk is eligible. Edelman is eligible that year. I think, and Bob Kraft, I believe, is eligible this year, but I don't know if he got in. There's an opportunity for them next year to bring all of the Patriots in, and it's like one giant Patriots Hall of Fame celebration, which would be like the worst thing I could ever imagine. The reasoning behind it, according to some guys, is like, well, Deflategate, Spygate, those are cheating. Those are cheating scandals that Bill Belichick has on his resume. He does have cheating scandals on his resume. That is undeniable. If you're going to keep him out of being a first ballot Hall of Famer because he cheated, like, you are 85 years old. You're 85 years old. But I do understand it. I don't know how much the deflate gate thing like affected games. I know it made it easier for Tom to throw the football. But Bill Belichick didn't get like suspended for that. Like Tom Brady that was a Tom Brady issue. Okay. The Spygate thing, I have no idea if you can correlate how many wins they gained. Like what's the war of Spygate? Like how many wins above replacement did they get for doing Spygate? For committing that kind of action? I don't know. I can't tell. I struggle to sit here and say, like, yeah, because of that, he doesn't deserve to get in. But I also completely understand why people would say that, because he's ruining the integrity of the game or whatever. The integrity of the game people kind of stink, though. Really, integrity of the game? Really? It's football. It's a sport. I really don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's gonna change my opinion on Bill Belichick at all. I also don't think it's gonna change the opinions on Bill Belichick of himself. But Bill Belichick has been going downhill ever since that Ring camera video. Ever since the Ring camera video of him sneaking out of that woman, that Jordan Hudson woman's beach house, his life has gone downhill. I'll find it. Here it is. It's awesome. It's the best. It's the best video ever. This surfaced years ago, like 3 years ago or something like that. Doing the walk of shame. Somewhere in Nantucket. Bill Belichick doing the walk of shame. Ever since this came out, ever since this video dropped, I'm like, yeah, Bill Belichick's going downhill from this. Doing the walk of shame, shirtless. Wow, the Lakers are down 21 now. What happened? That sucks, dude. Now my night's ruined. I hate that sports can do that to us. You know what I mean? Dalton Connect also requested a trade. I'm not sitting here and like, oh man. I'm out of gas, boys. The Lakers stink, dude. The Lakers absolutely stink. The Bills also have officially hired Joe Brady, their offensive coordinator, or former offensive coordinator, I guess now, as their head coach. He was their current OC, and he has been the OC for a couple of years now, and he's now the head coach. The Buffalo Bills window feels closed to me. Like this iteration of the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills team, the window feels closed, bro. What are you replacing Sean McDermott with Joe Brady? You're just running it back. It's basically you just saying like, want to just run it back, want to run it back and just try again. This was the year for Josh to do it, and he didn't make it happen. Joe Brady seems like an awesome coordinator. He seems like a great dude. Seems like he knows what he's doing, for sure. I've never watched a Bills game and said, this team doesn't look like well coached, okay? I think he's a good play caller. All the nice things I could think of, whatever, for Joe Brady. But when I look at the Patriots, bro, the Patriots have $100 million in cap space. They have so much money in cap space next season. They also have an MVP quarterback, and they're going to the Super Bowl this year. So the Patriots are going to get much better next year, which is crazy because they're already a Super Bowl team. Look at the Chargers. Justin Herbert's going to go from the worst O-line in the league to the best O-line in the league next season when he gets his 2 tackles back. He's got weapons around him. And now he's going to have Mike McDaniel dialing up offensive plays for them in LA. Look at what the Jags have done in the AFC. They're only going to get better next year. They're going to have Travis Hunter back, a whole another year with Liam Cohen for Trevor Lawrence. The Jags are going to improve. The Chiefs have Eric Bieniemy coming. I think they're going to be back next year. I don't know what's going to happen with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, but maybe Jesse Minter figures that whole situation out. I imagine a resurgence from them. And you still have the Bengals sitting there. You still have Joe Burrow sitting there. When he's healthy and that he's playing, like, that's a good team. What is the Bills are in a division in the AFC right now. They're in a conference in the AFC where I see so many teams on the rise, on the up. I didn't even mention the Broncos. There's so many teams on the up in the AFC, and I just see the Bills as like, what are you doing? It feels like their window to win with Josh is closing. By just bringing Joe Brady in and by keeping Joe Brady around and making him the head coach, you're basically just saying, like, let's run it back. Let's try again. Let's try again, Josh. How much more are you just going to try again, Josh? The problem was probably Brandon Beane, yet you kept him around. And now you're dealing with it. And now you're suffering because you have Joe Brady as your head coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying it feels like the rest of the AFC has passed the Bills by. Fellas, what a show. Music Lights, welcome to the show, dog. I'm so glad you're a part of this thing, dude. I'm so glad you're a part of this thing. I'm super gassed after shows, but tomorrow I will shoot you a text. I'll DM you, and we'll talk about some things that we could do together, bro. But I think you might be an angel sent to me from heaven above to help grow this thing and grow the show. XD1, wait, I forgot what's your problem with the Xbox. I have to just figure out how to get it all set up. Perfect. That's the show. Fellas, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this thing. I could not do this without you. I'm truly blessed to be able to do this every single day. And every single stream I just learn more. I was doing the math. I'm like still very new to this. It's been like not even 5 months, dude. So a lot of room to grow, a lot of places to get better, a lot of places to improve, but every single show we do more and we get better. Friday I'm trying to set it up, some Xbox situation, and I'll talk to XD1 about that. So we'll do that Friday, get that all set up. I absolutely love you guys. Vini, Audi. God bless.
My soul, I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind, and I'm counting on you. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? And when my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you're giving me. The joy that you're giving me. I want you to know that I believe in your song. Rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Oh, you're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Drift away. beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah, oh, won't you take me? Oh, won't you take me? I wanna drift away. Won't you take me? I wanna drift away. I wanna drift away. Take me home. Let me drift away. Won't you take me away? Everything has a reason. At least that's what they all say. And I've lost my count of the seasons. I don't know what's been making me stay. Many's the time that you've hurt me. That's just the way that you live.